Tap in, 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 tap in. Yes, sir.
What's up?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? How y'all doing?
What's good, man? What's good?
Yeah, man.
I'm your host, Philip Davis.
Hello world, I'm Akil Davis. I've been on I think about 3 episodes so far. So if you've been watching, you're probably familiar with me. But I'm an educator, coach as well, and that's basketball, football, and life coach to the youth. So yeah, I'm just here tapping in, trying to expand what I got to offer to the world.
All right, so I'm Johnny Davis. On social media, you can always find me as Dub Sounds on all platforms. Man of many things, producer, make beats, former rapper, sound and audio engineer, acting, construction. Man of many trades. So once again, you can always find me across the board on all social platforms. Dub Sounds.
Go ahead, Kenya.
Hey, my name is Kenya Palmley, and I'm a cell phone repair technician and computer repair technician. I'm the who got this FILTV is about, and hopefully we can build together and let everybody else know what's really going on this world. You know what I'm saying?
My name is Warren Hamilton, aka 6ix9ine or Carolina King 6. I'm a business owner, entrepreneur, rapper, and a survivor. You understand? I'm here for the conversation with some good brothers. You understand? Let's get on some good, but get on the topic. You understand? And let's build. Let's see what we can talk about. Let's inform the people of our opinion. Let's go.
Will Smith, right here in Myrtle Beach. I've been here 18 years. I have a local moving company. Let's get it.
Hey, salute to all brothers on this platform tonight, man. Salute to y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same here.
Okay, y'all. Give me a second here, fellas. I want to share this the live link to the Facebook page because we're broadcasting on YouTube. Give me a second here. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and I'll find that link when we start talking here. So I wanted to initially I was gonna do this brothers tap in where we just come in random and just start speaking on stuff, but I decided to go ahead and add a little structure to it. So I want to start off with a little bit of politics. As we all know, we have the upcoming election here for 2024. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, they're the two running candidates. Just want to dive into that real quick and get some of you guys' take on where you think things are headed. Who you think would be the better candidate for being our next president of the United States, and maybe kind of just elaborate a little bit on why you are interested in that candidate.
Well, shoot, man, you got to be about business, man. I'm gonna go out. I mean, I'm not a voter. Never have I vote, and more likely won't vote. But I will say this: if I was to vote, it would definitely be about Trump, because you got to understand business. All this we call politics. I call politics. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit more information. It's a little bit deeper. But you know what I'm saying? You still got to understand all of this stuff is business. This is a corporation. And you got to understand how to run the corporation. Most politicians, they can run businesses, but it's more personal. But this is on a more bigger stage. And looking at today's economy, over the last 4 years, anyway, I mean, it's proven that we already got the wrong people there. And going off of that man's track record, the economy was doing very well.
Well, let me ask you something.
And hey, y'all, let me interject real quick. Somebody has some background noise. Like, I don't know, is somebody in the back in the kitchen moving around doing something. So maybe we might need to mute our. Let's everybody mute your mics until you get ready to speak. That'll cut all that noise in the back. Thanks.
Hey, Phil, hold on. See if it's me, because I had a fan on in the background. See if has it went away or what? Or you still can hear it?
No, I still hear it. Everyone mute their mic. Okay. See, it's gone now. Who was about to speak next?
I've been but to elaborate on what Mr. Davis said, But he still been talking, man, so I want him to get it all out. I ain't want to interrupt, so I can speak whenever I get a time, a chance.
Nah, you good, brother. Nah, you good. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to get out there. I got it all out.
Well, look at, man, just like you, Davis, I have never voted. You understand? I do intend to vote this year. You said that the economy has went in a bad direction, as far as inflation and all that. I agree. But you put Trump on the forefront, and honestly, I felt like I gave Trump a chance, and I can't put a man on the forefront. You understand? When I saw the screech, you understand, with people that look like him, you understand, with a bunch of assault rifles. I felt like 4 more years, it probably would have been, you understand, Caucasians versus Americans, Black Americans right here on our own soil. So, outside of, you speaking on the business perspective, I ain't know if you paid attention to that. You understand? See how people been rallied up. And one thing I do like about them, go ahead.
No. I was about to cut you off. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead.
I mean, one thing I do like about him, the man, he showed me, you understand, you can do whatever you put your mind to doing, you understand? But I feel like, man, you got to see the bigger picture. Kamala been in the background, you understand, of Joe Biden, so I felt like she even had no voice anyway. Me personally, I'd rather give her a chance, even though I don't agree with her as well, but I'd rather give her a chance. Let me see something historic. Again, in this lifetime, like I've seen Obama, let me see a woman, you understand, be the forefront. I gave Trump a chance, and I mean, people talk about business this, business that, and all that, but man, the only type of business I feel like, Trump is on is to secure himself and his own people, man. He used everybody else as a pawn, but that's just my opinion. So anybody can elaborate on it and speak their piece, how they feel.
No, I got you right here. So you said he look out for his own people. So you saying when the economy was booming, just his people was the only ones that was out there getting money? They was not. It was a collective as a whole.
He gave money out.
The nation was getting money. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand, like, okay, I started off with business. So of course, it's more than business. So let me ask you this question. Do you think the vice president doesn't have a say-so?
She does has a say-so, but I think it was very minute, man. I mean, I think it was very minute. I ain't think that her insight, you understand, been the forefront of all the Biden decisions. I'm sure some of it, she been in his ear some, I'm sure. But I feel like, not a whole bunch. But them two together, yeah, they fail. I felt like they failed. They gave $58 billion, you understand, to Ukraine. But then they gave the people right here that just went through a storm $750. I ain't see where that makes sense at.
And who was this spokesperson that said that? The same person we talking about, Kamala. You know what I'm saying? Because she's backing Biden up 100%, even though she knew what kind of mental condition this man was in. Never spoke on it, and she's still not gonna throw up under the bus because they have the same agenda. You know what I'm saying? That's why she can't answer a question. I haven't even followed it. I haven't been following it. But in the last 24 hours, I've watched like 4 or 5 videos, and it's all the same information. It's a repeat. It's a wash and repeat. What she's doing. She's never answering a question.
I don't believe in her, but I don't believe in Trump. You understand? Having people that look like him rallying on the streets, neither. You understand?
We only got 2 candidates, so you got to choose 1 or 2. So that's why I'm going. There's nobody else to choose.
I'm rolling with her, even though I don't believe in her. I mean, that's what it is. Like I said, I give Trump.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're tied to your own opinion, but I mean, I feel you on that, man. You know what I'm saying,
I'm just saying, I gave Trump the chance, and like I said, he rallied people up. I don't know, it felt like a dictatorship. You understand, like another country or something. And I mean, I don't know, like when Biden hit the scene, We ain't saw all that. I mean, the news couldn't project it, but we ain't saw all these people rallying up in the streets. Just, it just seemed like hatred was behind it. You understand?
Bro, yeah,
That's
that's because they was hitting us from a different angle. They was hitting us from a whole different angle.
I'm gonna let somebody else talk though, because I really ain't a politics person, honestly.
I'm not me neither, bro. Hey, me and you on the same level, bro.
Yeah, that's the topic of the night. So I'm gonna give my 2 cents, but I never speak publicly, about how I feel. But I'm gonna let somebody else give their opinion, on what we talking about.
I want to before we move off of that, before we let somebody else, when you said about them rallying in the streets, give it an example, give a case of what you were speaking about when you say them with them.
Look here, man. I'm gonna give you something I'll never forget. Kyle Rittenhouse, he killed 1 or 2 people down there, Wisconsin. I want to say Kenosha. I want to say that's where it been at. And he killed some people that was rallying against Trump. You understand? And Trump had his people rallying. And then Trump went on to say that that's a fine young man. You understand? Because he killed 2 people that was rallying against him. So I felt like, that to me, it felt like he had his own personal military, his own mob of citizens. Not even, the U.S. Army, citizens was his mob. And in the same way he stormed the Capitol. Obama couldn't have stormed no Capitol, man, and there wouldn't have been no bloodshed. If Obama went down there with blacks and stormed the Capitol, it would have been a lot of bloodshed. So that's what I mean. Like, he rallied the people up against his own people, if you ask me, man. Like I say, it would have been American versus American if he'd been in there another 4 years, because the tension on that rise. You understand? Hey, I promise you, not even here in Myrtle Beach, we saw so many Confederate flags, around that time, rolling through on these trucks. And now, you don't see as much now, but I'm talking about during that time, boy, you saw, the height, and it just picked up. I just sat back and observed it, you understand, as a citizen, but it picked up. So we ain't need that again, man. We don't, The business aspect is fine.
Go ahead.
The business aspect is fine with Trump bring, but we ain't need no president rallying, Americans versus Americans of different color. We ain't need that. I don't think we do.
Let me say something about that protest that was at the where was that at? It wasn't the White House. Remember?
They stormed down there at the Capitol, DC.
The Capitol, yeah.
Yeah, he ain't had nothing to do with
that. When Trump told them to peacefully protest, he told them to go down and peacefully protest. So I can't blame him for what happened when people went down there to peacefully protest. And just like all like you just said, I'm not highly fluent on politics, but when it comes down to the common sense stuff, and I'm just looking at what is at the moment, then I'm able to draw some type of conclusion from there. Me and myself, I'm riding more for Trump too. Number one, for the same reason my cousin just mentioned. He's a businessman for one. Two, he attracted me because in the beginning, Trump took so many attacks, and he just went through a serious storm of all kinds of attacks from all over from everywhere. It seems like everyone was trying to shut him down and hush him up for some reason, and that drew me to him because I can relate to that in my own life. I've been through situations where I've been pushed to the back or tried to not be seen or heard when I wasn't even really trying to do that. I was just being who I am. So I feel like, a lot of this stuff that's going on against Trump is something like that, because he's bringing about some type of change that we truly need. And that's why I'm kind of like more attracted to him. And he's always talking about putting America first. He's pro US. He don't feel like we need to be help. It's okay to help. You gotta help. I'm not against helping anyone, but when we got a whole lot of things going on at home, and
Yeah,
we're not
it's
taking care
limits.
of it. We're doing
It's
outside
limits.
things now. That ain't cool. And with him wanting to shut down close in the borders, back in the day, I used to say it didn't make any sense to me for us to have borders. People should be able to travel and go wherever they want to, whenever they want to. But when it comes down to the reality of things, like he said, you got murderers, you got criminals, you got people doing all kind of crazy shit that's just gonna be flooding in, coming in, and doing what they want to do, and that's not cool either. So
But not only that, man, they come in and do the work way less cheaper, so it cut a lot of entrepreneurs out. So I do stand with that stuff now. I ain't gonna lie.
Kamala, the Kamala, and them the one that's letting them in. You know what I'm saying? And just like
Biden did let a lot in.
I forgot about the three cases. The three cases that when Kamala then pushed to let those three those immigrants loose, and they created murders. You know what I'm saying? They were serial killers. They got right out and killed people. You know what I'm saying? People not understanding that. But like you were saying, Phil, about how they attacking Trump, people don't understand the depth of the reason why they keep attacking this man so hard, and they cannot shut him up. The reason why, if he ever get back into the office, that Epstein list gonna come out. He gonna push it to get that list out. But there's a lot of people out there that's trying to cover that up. You know what I'm saying? It's politics. All of this stuff is business. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that's going on that this man is going to expose that they don't want to let out. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just the borders. Even though the border that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna overlook that at all. Need to shut it down. But it's more than just the border. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're trying to make him look like a crook. Anytime someone comes out starts telling the truth, they try to cancel him, trying to demonize him and everything. Just make him look bad.
Demonize him.
Yeah. Quickly get him out of there. Make him look like whatever. Make him look like the R word. You know what I'm saying?
But then I look at it from this aspect as well. I take a person like myself. I'm a felon. You understand? I can't own a gun.
Nah, you ain't a felon. That's the label they placed upon you.
But that's the label they place. That's the label they place. But I can't go in the military base for a certain amount of years. I can't go buy a weapon. You understand? But you mean to tell me they're gonna convict a man? He got felonies, but he can be the chief and commander of the country. That's kind of rough for me. You understand? Being
like Johnny says, politics.
Those are indictments. Those are indictments you're speaking of. Was he convicted?
Yeah,
so there's a difference between indictments and the convictions.
They found him guilty, but they just spaced out the sentencing.
But see, that's the whole point of what I'm trying to tell you. They trying to pin a whole bunch of stuff to paint a whole different narrative, and ain't nothing sticking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep throwing stuff at the wall. I'm gonna throw 42 indictments at you. Maybe one or two of them gonna stick. We just need something to stick so we can have the public looking at you a certain way, so we can get our narrative across the board. And even though we don't have a narrative, we just have our plan is to demonize this man, talk about what he doing. We can't answer not one question on what we got going on other than the past 3.5 years of what's been going on. They can't even speak on it. They want to deflect.
I understand that, but me as a business owner, if I don't file my tax, guess what? The IRS, they're sending letters. This man he don't show his tax. Hey, he can be the chief
know that
commander.
though.
You got to understand how
he can be the chief of commander.
You got to understand taxes. You know what I'm saying? He been telling y'all what's going on right there in your face, man. You just got to go read. I got to be careful. I got what you're ready to say right now.
But remember this. That's why I say I respect him, because he showed me you can do anything you want to do.
But
you understand?
This is the land of the free.
I'm just talking about me while I watched the people, and I saw a war was about to occur between Americans of different color. If it kept on, man, I'm telling you. So a person can say what they want to say, as far as, them attacking Trump, so on. And something I meant to elaborate what you said earlier, Phil. I meant to elaborate on something, but it done slipped me when you was talking earlier. When you had chime in. But man, let me let Will kill real Kenya. Y'all boys quiet. Go ahead, let y'all talk, man.
Hey, let me say something about that tax thing. Trump didn't he didn't deny whatever it was they were attacking him on about the taxes. He just came flat out and said it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm using the tax loopholes that you guys created."
Yes, sir.
Y'all, that's y'all's bill. Y'all created. I'm just
Mhm.
smart enough to take advantage of it.
Exactly.
So
And exactly
it's
what I'm
like,
doing. I'm trying to tell you.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing too.
And I want to rebuttal the felon thing. I'm a felon as well. They have this thing called a
That's the label
pardon.
they put on you.
Yeah,
You can't
you
speak
can
like that.
you can get a state pardon or federal pardon or whatever, whatever the situation is. You can get pardoned and get all your rights reinstated as a citizen. You the record might still be there, but you can get all your rights back as a citizen. And yeah,
Now,
I know that for sure because I've done it. Got
Well,
my
you
gun
know,
rights back, my voting rights, traveling, whatever.
national.
I done it. I done it in 17. But when I done it, I went in there by myself, and them, them boys denied me. And then, I got messed up in 18. But yeah, I know about it. I
Yeah,
did it.
If
We
there ain't no
gotta.
injured
yeah,
party, ain't
you
no
should be
crime, my
able.
man. You ain't no felon. If there ain't no injured party, there's a lot of things. There's a certain paperwork you can put in, and you got to change your mindset. Stop thinking that if there's, like I said, if there's, like my man keeps saying, that's a label that he put on it.
Say
If there
that.
ain't no injured party, you know what I'm saying? There was no crime. You know what I'm saying? You got to change that status. That's something, like he said, that's something that they put on you.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
something that they
definitely,
label.
definitely. That's the label. You can't never let nobody put a label or put you in a box. Definitely.
Hey, let me chime in. I think the biggest enemy of America is the fake news media. I think that's the biggest.
No.
What
No.
was that? I missed that.
I
What you say?
understand. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
so,
Kenya.
Go ahead,
Elaborate.
Kenny.
Let Kenya talk.
Oh, hold on a minute. My wife just tried to call me as soon as I try to chime in. If I don't try to, let me tell her I'm doing something. So,
Hit
because
your wife up.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna elaborate. I can feel Kenya saying that the fake news is the biggest enemy, but from a spiritual perspective, we have to realize that everything happens right here. That's everything. The garden in the scriptures. I won't even say Bible because just in the esotericness of it. In the Bible though, in the scriptures, it talks about Adam and Eve in the garden. But the most important garden is the garden of your mind, because that's where every seed is planted, and that's where every seed shall grow from. Is the garden of your mind. When little Charlie is making straight A's, and he go hang out on the block with Ray now and Phil, whoever, Philly Phil or whoever, and they might be slinging dope, right? And little Charlie making straight A's, and next thing you know, he's like, man, that seed is planted. That he see them making money. He might not even need no money, but the seed was planted. And who don't want more money? So little Charlie goes, sell me some dope. But he's the one who get popped. I've seen this happen in the hood. And everybody ran around like, Charlie got in trouble. He done got caught up in them little hood. Them boys down there, blah, blah, blah. That's what's the most important thing right there. That mindset and the seeds that go in. You got to protect the bad seeds from going into your mind. And we have to protect our children by placing the right knowledge in front of them. But as Kenya was saying, I'll let him finish with the media and give him his perspective on the media. I pretty much stopped watching the news about 30 years ago. Now I will watch it if I'm at my parents' house, maybe if I'm on vacation or something like that. Watch a little news, but I'm not subscribing to negative education with society.
Hey, that's how I feel too.
I
I
got
feel
to.
like when it comes to voting and worrying about who's running this country and the leaders of everybody that's trying to run for president, all of them got their own agenda, and it never fails. Every 4 years we see what's unfolding with their agenda. Like right now, I mean, I'm for one, I'm not voting for nobody who don't got the same principles that I live by.
So you ain't voting for nobody.
I live by kingdom principles. So the principles that both of these presidents are trying to implement onto the earth, you know what I'm saying? It's not none of the principles I live by, so I can't see myself vote for neither one of them. Like for example, when Obama was, everybody was, oh, Obama, first black president, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? He the reason why the whole gay stuff is getting out of hand right now. The whole transgender and identity crisis, you know what I'm saying? And
Kamala too.
you know, everybody got the right, you know, we all got our own little thing, our own sins and our own faults or whatever. But I'm protecting my children at the end of the day. And I don't feel like none of these presidents that we voting for are in favor of our children. It's all of them got something.
Agendas.
All of them got agendas that's detrimental to our children. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm a kingdom citizen. I'm a kingdom citizen. I ain't no U.S. citizen. I ain't underneath none of that leadership from none of these presidents. I got one leader, and that's God. So, and that's what me and my children gonna follow.
And with that said, someone's gonna win, regardless of whether we vote or not. And whoever that person is, they're gonna have things that they're able to do. I know the president doesn't fully have power to do everything that the majority of us think they have to do, but someone has to win. And I feel like it's up to us to be educated to a point to where we understand the powers that the president does have to take charge and do, you know, what kind of limits do that president have, and then understand which one of those presidents, which one of those choices, those two candidates are going to be closest to what it is that we believe in. But at, like you know, like but I'm saying, like I said a second ago, at the end of the day, they still don't have 100% control over what's being said and done. But at the same time, they do have some type of influence. And for us to go blindly and not understand, not learn these things, and just let it, throw it in the air and just see what sticks, I don't feel like that's a very good idea. I mean, I was at a point where I didn't care about voting either, but this time around right here, I feel like every little bit is going to count.
And it ain't that I don't care about voting. It's just that I feel like I'll be a fool to go vote for either one of them and not have fully done my research and know enough about what I'm voting for. Which also made me ignorant for not doing my research and understanding these people. But at the same time, there's more things in my life that I'm focused on than trying to figure out what these presidents up to.
Right, Akil. I'm with you.
Like you said, one of them got to win. And
because when I look at them, I don't understand neither one of them, honestly.
Right.
I don't.
That's like you said.
Does anyone know their policies? Either their policies?
I don't. I really don't.
I went across a few of them. Like I said, Kamala. Matter of fact, I got it up right here where she was talking about where she trying to work for the middle class, because that's where she came from. The middle class. She working on the tax,
middle class, women rights.
Women rights. I do see that she's
first time home buyers, 25,000.
See, I'm with that.
But check this out. They don't have a choice to push for first time home buyers programs, and the first time home buyers programs is already in place. So that's just smoke and mirrors for the uneducated. The first time home buyers program is already in place for up to $25,000. That is already happening now. It does not matter who gets voted in. It is happening now. I meet with Bob. I ain't gonna call his name, but I meet with a mortgage person frequently, and the first time home buyers programs are in place currently. You can go out, and as long as you ain't got a credit score of a 480, that shows that you just been straight up robbing people. If you start getting closer to the 620s and 640s, it's likely that you can still get a house today. It might not be no $100,000 house, of course, but if it is a home that you can put in your own name, it's a start, and you can stop renting. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I was about to tell Kill earlier, man. The key word that he said was research. You know what I'm saying? Like what you were saying about the credit, though. If you do your research, what law says that you need a credit score to get anything? There is no law. So let's speak on Kamala, how she says she's gonna always operate through the law. So you got to read the laws. So there's no law that tells you about a credit score. Matter of fact, it doesn't even speak about a credit score.
And that's why I was saying, like, if as long as your score is not, which it still has something to do with score, because if it's not like a 480 or something like that, because if it is like a 480, that does show that, you know, to the mortgage people.
Okay, you got to take your algorithm. I've come across people, true stories, that's had a credit score of 480 and left dealerships with brand new vehicles. It's not a credit score. A credit score does not matter. A credit score does not matter. That's why I deal with Trump.
It's trying to sell cars, so like you say, it's so much
easier to get a car with a rough credit.
Same thing with a house. Same thing with a house. Only place where it speaks about a credit score is when it talks about a federal home loan where you need a 550. That's the only law that you're gonna find anywhere, whether it's a car, a home, a credit card. It doesn't matter. Period. You got to understand business. That's why I rock with Trump, because he understands business. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about things when you don't even understand how the Constitution even works. Most people don't even understand the 3 parts of government. You don't even, and we speaking on voting. If you go read Article 2, you don't get to choose your vote. The Electoral College is the group that choose the president.
Hey, according to Kamala Harris,
nowhere in the Constitution where it says we the people choose the president. It's the Electoral College.
According to Kamala, though, Trump is trying to get rid of the Constitution, which is going to get rid of a lot of our rights. The Fourth Amendment.
According to Kamala, Trump trying to get rid of everything. That's her response to everything. She doesn't have an answer. Her answer begins with Trump says or Trump does. See what I'm saying? It's deflection. She got that Captain America shield right there in front of her. She just deflecting everything left and right. Trump this and Trump that. You know what I'm saying? They don't got no true answers, man. You know what I'm saying? But one thing we can speak on is like they said, actions speak louder than words, correct? The last for 3.5 years, the actions of the presidency that we done had that Kamala's a part of. And then we can go back and then look at the stats of Trump. I mean, actions speak louder than words.
Like I say, I don't get into the politics, and like I say, I probably ain't voting. It just depends on. I gotta do more research and figure it out. My wife big on the whole politics thing, and she into it. So, like I said, my main thing is I ain't trying to be one of them people who vote and then like their reason for not voting for Kamala was because she was a hoe, and their reason for not voting for Trump was because he's a felon, and like I'm like, you know what I'm saying, like. The fact that if that's why you voting, like we in trouble anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you voting for your president based off of they pass with, you know what I'm saying, they pass sexual life and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. That's we in trouble. And I ain't trying to be one of them people. So that's one of my main reasons why, like I said, I don't get into politics and I never have, and I feel like this ain't the time when I need to. Like
that's why I was asking was anybody here familiar with any of their policies? That's something I wanted to kind of briefly looked into it, and you know I should have educated myself on it a long time ago, as well as all of us should have. We should have been paying attention to policies versus to know how somebody make you feel or their word play and how they look and all this and that. Because at the end of the day, it's what exactly it is that they stand for. What are they pushing for?
But what they claiming they pushing for, that ain't mean they gonna do any of that thing they claiming. You understand? Biden claim a bunch of things. Boy, Biden, if I see Biden put foot in Biden's ass, tell him get up out of here. You understand?
That's true too.
Boy, get your rump about it, boy. You ain't did nothing.
But that's
I
why I
remember
said
they were
actions
talking
speak
about
louder than words. Go ahead,
remember they were
Kenny.
remember they were talking about reparations, and Biden said, "Yeah, we're gonna give y'all reparations." And then as soon as he got in office, he said, "We're gonna study it. We're gonna just study reparations."
You'll
And
never
then
get that.
and then when Kamala Harris was talking about reparations, she said she's gonna study it also.
I remember that too.
Shit, they
Reparations.
told Q, and Q presented that deal with Black America. They told him they'll talk to him later after I think it was like after the election or something like that. After they won, shit, Q said everybody went MIA. They stopped responding to him.
But y'all notice? Do y'all notice that they're doing more for illegal aliens than black people and white people?
Because those are going to be your new voters. Those are your new voters. You know what I'm saying? She Kamala ain't she don't got none of the colored brothers. You know what I'm saying? The only people that's of color that's voting for her are the women. You know, and most of them, most of today's women operate out of emotion.
Hey man,
And then it's the first. It's going to be the so-called first black woman. Come on, man.
That's what a lot of people been debating with me. You don't want no woman running no country that a woman run off emotion. You don't want no woman running, a country, like that because they run off emotion. So
I don't
I've
agree
heard
with
a lot
that
of
part.
people said that.
But what
Hey,
Yeah,
what about
imagine.
I don't agree with that part.
Imagine
When I look at Kamala, I don't even see the truth in her. I'm just being real. When I sit back and look at her, but when I look at Trump, I don't even know what I see in that crazy joker. You understand?
But more than likely, he's telling you what's real, what he feel, the truth of what he sees.
Y'all got to remember now, Donald Trump been down with the black community ever since the 90s and the 80s, man, and the 70s.
I've seen
got
him.
a track record there. I remember that. Shit, rappers
That
used to
shit
talk
speak
about
louder
him.
than words, man.
Used to talk about him all the time. He had black girlfriends and everything. So
But
as
do y'all
soon
remember?
as he came up here and got voted in as president, boy, they started throwing them damn rebel flags at him, talking about he racist.
Well, the
He
thing
be-
is, them boys stood up for him, and he egged them on. You understand? But he's so smart, he know how to play all angles.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
6ix9ine. It's called duality. Trump knows how to
That's
play
a
the power of
smart. That's a
duality
smart
in the
man.
mind.
I watched him.
Exactly.
I watched him.
Exactly.
So he riled them up. Then he gonna come back and he gonna pardon Lil Wayne, Kodak Black. He gonna do what he need to do. Hey, Trump is a real gangster. You understand? Y'all ain't gonna never see another gangster like that ran the country. That's a real gangster that know how to play every angle. So I mean, you take it how you want. Well, when I look at Kamala, I don't even see the truth. I'm just being real. I just want to see something historic. So that's probably be the only way she get my vote. Because I mean, man, once they get in the house, I just go with the flow. I'm like your son, Phil. I go with the flow with it. Shit. I'm out there doing my own thing,
Yo, 6, do you remember when Kamala Harris said, "I'm not gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people"?
Oh yeah.
That's why you'll never get reparations, man. It's gonna never happen. It's never gonna happen, man.
Said that loud and clear. No, I'm not gonna do something that's just gonna benefit black people. I'm not doing that.
She don't even look real, man. But you know what? Let me quit saying that because if a woman see it, they're gonna call me sexist. You understand?
Hey, but she's not entitled to do that either, though. You know what I'm saying? She not entitled to do what just benefit black people either at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? She entitled to do whatever if she the president, if you vote for her to be the president, who says she got to do something to just benefit black people? Maybe she ain't she probably not all for black people. All about she probably, because I mean Trump ain't all for white people taking over and having all the money and having all the power. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, who says that she has to be for just black people? You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, we that's what we want because we black people and we want to come. We don't want to be oppressed, but at the same time, we can't fault her for saying that she not gonna. That's what she choose. And she honest about it. Y'all say y'all want honesty. That's honesty.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's not about what they're gonna do for the color. It's about them creating a
For the
playing
nation.
ground where we all can go in there and take our piece of the pie as we will. It's about creating an economy where we are thriving before we try to focus on making someone else thrive. That's one of the
Yeah.
things that matters most to me. And when it comes down to making a decision, like if we get into a predicament where we're about to go into a war that's going to totally demolish mankind, or that's going to totally demolish the U.S., I don't want commander in chief sitting back there fidgeting, not knowing how they should call that shot to handle that situation. And for me, I just don't just by looking at characters, I don't feel like Kamala has that in her to be able to take action like that.
No, man, all she do is read from a teleprompter, man. She can't speak freely on anything. If she don't got nothing to read from, she doesn't have a response.
Hey, did y'all know that Donald Trump signed 3 peace deals and nobody ever talked about it?
Bro, man, how about when he was in office, he got rid of the public debt.
So is that
But you
good or
didn't know
bad?
about the promissory note that
Hold
he
on.
did.
Him signing the peace deals though.
CC1 that he did, he got rid of the public debt.
Is him signing the peace deals good for us or bad for us though? Because you know what I'm saying, he could be signing peace deals with people that's not our allies, and then now our allies is, you know what I'm saying, upset, or like, you know what I'm saying. So what is that about? Him signing? Who's that with? Putin or whatever? Who he signing peace deals with?
It was Israel and Iran. He got Israel and Iran to come to the table and make a peace deal. And as soon as Biden got in office, that peace deal went right out the window. Now they're fighting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he also got Iran to do a peace.
I do remember that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
nobody talks about it.
And
It's like
people
it's
don't
crazy.
understand how disruptive the Ukrainian and Iran thing was. I mean, you got people that are displaced from their families, bro. You got 18, 19-year-old kids that's done fled over here to America. They might not even never see their family again. You know, it's bad.
Oh, sure. What about when Trump? People don't even talk about the fact that Trump pretty much got rid of ISIS almost over there in Iran.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying they was almost broke.
I tell you what, I tell you,
they're going to make money off of war. So, you know, war is very, very profitable. So they're not going to be into that. You know,
I tell you,
all wars are bankers' wars, whether y'all know it or not.
I tell you what,
It's
though.
about money.
I tell you what would have been a sight to see if Trump been in office when Russia invaded Ukraine. I would wanted to see what he would have done, because I saw what Biden did. They give up $58 billion, and then, like I said, people get wiped out in North Carolina and Florida. They give out $750 in senators. So I definitely would have wanted to see what Trump would have did in that situation. As much as they went out, they inflated everything for us. Everything got inflated for us to pay for that wall.
I think y'all would have got. I think people would have got more money because Trump would have been sending that money over there. You know what I'm saying?
I would wanted to see how he would have handled that war. You know, that ongoing war over there. We're funding them
that's
like
the thing,
that.
though. That's a war that we don't. That's the problem with most politicians and the government. They stick their nose in other people's business. Anybody hitting America? So why are we worried about what's going on over there?
I mean, you know, I ain't all against it now because I'm the human race. But, you know, I mean, they're helping somebody fight. Okay, I understand what you're saying. They go both ways.
But the thing is, though, we don't know why that war started in the first place.
They know why. We don't. They know why. You understand?
Okay, but they using the people's tax dollars to do that. So shouldn't the people know?
They definitely should.
If you're gonna use the people's tax dollars, they need to be the first ones to know and be the ones that's making decisions. You know what I'm saying? You don't let your kids make decisions in the house when you don't want to pay the bill.
I tell you what, they better buckle up and make decisions, because this morning I saw 12,000 North Korea soldiers over there in Russia getting ready to invade again Ukraine. So whoever's sitting down in that Oval Office, they better buckle up. Let me see what they do now, because they're going back to try to take Ukraine again. You understand? So
Biden better come off the beach.
I think we got too much going on in America to be worrying about what's going on in these other countries. We need to clean our own backyard first.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We out there trying to be good Samaritans of the community when our backyard dirty.
Very dirty. Very dirty.
Don't make no sense.
They loan billions of dollars, man, but we got all these homeless veterans and all that. I can't understand that.
My point exactly.
billion. They can go and create so much, places for them people to stay in, different little outreach centers and whatever, man.
They don't even got to do that. They can do the same thing with them that they did with the immigrants. They can put them in 5-star hotels. They can give them food assistance. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that they gave those immigrants, the same thing that they can give to the veterans. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know what's going on, man. You got to understand this. All of this is business. You got to understand everything that moves on this continent is business. Business. 90% of them people that was at the Al Smith dinner probably didn't even like Trump, but Trump was right up in there shooting jokes, shooting the shit with all of them. Why? Because he understands business. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no animosity in business. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no favoritism in business. Because that's what all of this is. Politics is another word of saying business. Basically, that's my own opinion on it. But yeah, that's another word for it. They just conducting business. Because sooner or later, whether you understand it or not, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party comes together at a medium at some point in time. Because at the end of the day, they still have to follow the law, which is the Constitution. You can't get rid of the Constitution. Trump, I'll never believe that Trump is trying to get rid of the Constitution until I hear him say it out of his own mouth. You can't get rid of it. It was here. Matter of fact, the Constitution was here before the United States. You got to understand the United States is not a country. It is a federal corporation. You live in North America. That's why they call you Americans. If you pay attention to what these people be talking about in these debates, they always say the Americans or the people. Then you'll never hear them say U.S. citizen. They'll never say U.S. citizen because it's really not a thing if you pay attention to it. Would you call yourself a Walmart citizen? Because Walmart is a corporation, just like the United States. That's located in the 10 square miles of Washington, D.C. You got to understand the laws. You got to understand the Constitution. When you read the Constitution, it'll tell you most people don't know there are 3 structures of government. And your president doesn't run the country. The president makes executive orders. That's what it is. It's an executive branch. It doesn't run the country. Nor has it ever ran the country.
Let's talk about that a little bit. When it comes down to the country being ran, give a description of that hierarchy, I guess, so to say.
What your 3 branches? So like you got your legislative, you got your executive, and then you got your judicial branches. Those are your 3 powers. Judicial is basically your Supreme Court judges, and then you got your legislative, which is the House of Representatives, you send your Congress, and then the president is the executive branch. Most people don't even understand that. Now, I can't break it down to a T because I'm not real well studied in it as well. I will say I haven't done my due diligence in my lifespan, but I'm doing it now. We got to understand how this stuff works. You got to understand where it's coming from. If you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. That's why we have all these mixed emotions with who to choose, not even knowing that we can't even choose them. Your opinion. And when you go to those ballots and you vote for your president, that is an opinion. That's all it is. It doesn't count. I was saying this before I even read the Constitution. When you go read it tells you in Article 2 who chooses your president, the Electoral College. It doesn't say we the people. You get an opinion. Now your vote does matter when it comes to choosing your local people, your councilman, your governor, your governor, your mayors. You don't get to choose the president. The Electoral College does. They should go to the ballot and take those votes, but those are more considered as an opinion.
Hey, is Kenya trying to come back in?
I think he is too. Maybe that probably was him sending a message. My bad, Kenya.
Yeah, my battery was dying. I had to charge my phone, man.
All right.
Hey man, you had to go get some smooches, man. Come on, man. Wait till the live over, brother.
Nah, but for real, man. What I was telling y'all earlier, man, it's the news media that's the biggest enemy of America, man. That
Yes,
it's
it
like
is.
you can see something with your own two eyes, and they'll tell you didn't see it, and then they'll tell you it was Trump that did it. That's how they do every time.
Akil, they talked about that at church today.
Yeah, and then they'll play it.
Saturday?
They'll play it on different broadcasts across the air, and make it, make more people see it and keep repeating it in front of them. And then before you
All
know
the
it,
networks are saying the same
they
thing.
move it,
They're all they're all reading from the teleprompter. They're all saying the same thing. Y'all got to understand what's really going on. You got to understand it ain't the white man. I ain't gonna say the group, but it ain't the white man. There's a certain group of people that runs it all. They control all of your television networks. They control Hollywood. They control your music. They control. Matter of fact, they even own BlackRock.
Who is them? The Illuminati or what? Illuminati?
It ain't the Illuminati. You know,
The 13 family.
It's them J's, man. It's them J's. If you get what I'm saying.
Hey, Kanye West told it all.
Hey,
Kanye West told it all.
Kanye, bad man.
Yeah.
Kanye, bad
He told it
man.
all.
And why you think they froze his bank account?
Look at that.
Why you think they froze his bank account? They run all the Federal Reserve banks. They run they run everything. Like I said, BlackRock. You know who BlackRock is? BlackRock owns all the shares in every single corporation out here. Then go look who owns BlackRock. It's the same group.
So let me ask y'all this. Being that Elon Musk is one of Trump's biggest donor, what y'all think, man? If Trump get in there, what he gonna do for Elon, or what Elon gonna bring to the table? Being that we got
Elon.
Being that we got these walking robots, because in reality, man,
20,000 gets you one.
If the government want to be nasty, they can take a lot of people's jobs. They can take people military jobs. If you got robots moving like how you want them to move, they can do anything in the world if they're programmed to do it. And it's coming soon anyway, to where, man, they're gonna take up a lot of people's positions. I definitely want to see her.
But that's good though.
Exactly.
That's good though, Six. That's good.
So why is we as a people not getting smarter?
Hold on. How is that good when people, they depend on themselves, you understand, to make it through in society as far as living? If you got a robot coming to go and fight the wars and doing this and doing that, where that's gonna leave people at? So basically, if that's good, you saying money, you ain't gonna have no benefits soon.
This ain't about no. Okay, check this out.
Universal base income.
Perspective. If you were running a company, right? How many people? How many times a robot ever called out? How many times a robot ever showed up late? How many times a robot ever asked for days off?
So money ain't gonna have no monetary benefit.
It don't got no monetary value now. Federal Reserve notes ain't money
right now.
Federal Reserve notes ain't money.
Nope.
It's not money,
If
bro.
you look on it,
money is an illusion. Six, you own a business,
legal
bro.
tender. That ain't money.
When you say, Will,
you own a business. Money is an illusion.
Yeah, it is. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
hey, and it's crazy how people program for all their life, you understand, on 30, 40 years to chase it. You understand?
Money ain't nothing but energy. But look, I don't want to take it all the way to the robots fighting the wars. I want to back it way down. I'm gonna dumb it down to Burger King and McDonald's and Taco Bell. I don't like pickles, so when I go to the Burger King, if I say no pickle 10 times, 7 times they probably gonna put a pickle on my dang burger, and I gotta take it back 7 times. And that robot, no pickle, is no pickle going on that robot, that burger 100% of the time.
And prompt too. They ain't gonna be half-assed. You ain't gonna be sitting there waiting around.
And when that doggone algorithm and that program come down through there, it is. We used to say it is what it is. Now, back to the robot. Somebody has to fix the robot. Now, I am biased because I have a communications background and an avionics background, and my little brother is a robotics engineer. But guess what? Just like we learn how to sell dope, just like we learn how to count grams, fix up bricks, fix weed up, roll weed up, just like we learn how to spin the block, and just like we learn how to shoot weapons on the block, you can go and learn how to program a code. If you ain't good at programming, like me, my brother good at programming. I wasn't good at programming, but I was good at fixing stuff. So I can fix whatever he programs. So when whatever he programs breaks, I can go in and troubleshoot it with a logic probe or whatever, oscilloscopes and stuff like that that's necessary, and find out and how to troubleshoot it and fix the doggone robot or fix the whatever, the assembly line or whatever. You have to learn new skills. So, you know, we have to, it's good that the robots is coming, because there's too many lazy people out here as it is. And see, the Democrats, this is what they do, bro. You know, like a child predator, a child predator will have a 5-year-old and they'll groom them. They'll give them candy and they'll give them ice cream. They'll buy them some clothes. They groom them, right? The Democrats groom niggas, man. They groom, and right now they grooming these Hispanics and they grooming the black people. That's what they doing. Open your eyes, pay attention. The Democrats ain't doing nothing but grooming people. Give you some money, give you some money. Oh, we're gonna give you some housing. Wait, man.
See the difference between those.
Hispanics coming into Myrtle Beach, but go down 15th Avenue, Broadway, and Myrtle Beach. The entire area, include Cedar Street, ain't nothing but Mexicans and Hispanics.
And they coming over here getting it. See, they ain't sitting there and looking around and complaining and trying to mooch and be lazy and half-assed. They come over here. They coming with a vision and a goal, and they getting it. So
that's right.
That's pushing us, the mediocres, the one who are mediocre. That's pushing us closer to the bottom of the totem pole. And
man, it's about to be
where
more
we're going
people in
is to there's not going to be a middle class, and I know y'all don't heard that before. There ain't gonna be no middle class. It's gonna be here and there. And that thing called universal base income down here is gonna be that's gonna be the new government assisted, the universal base income. If you're gonna be down here, and if you decide that you don't want to do anything, you don't want to be a contributor, what they're gonna do is give your ass just enough to survive and let you sit there until you die out. And then we're gonna keep building ourselves up to an elite society of human beings. That's where we're going.
And then
all this other half-assed bullshit is coming to an end.
Right.
People, the people, the elites are getting tired of it. The people who are in the middle, who's on the grind, going to war every day, they getting tired of it, and we're ready to delete the middle class. And go back down here and start creating and bringing ourselves to the point where we are. We want the playing ground level out, equal opportunity is yours. You go out there and get it if you want it. Nobody's handing you nothing. Nobody's coming to save you. Well, everything that you want is within yourself. You got to go inside and bring that shit out and take what's yours. The right way, though. That's what I feel about it. And those robots, I'm all for it. I'm all for Elon Musk. I'm all for the innovation, all of that. I was telling Six the other day, shit, they gonna get to the point. I'm gonna get me a doggone woman robot. I have the perfect woman. When they take the robots, the AI, and the that stuff that they're making those them sex dolls with, and they merge it all together. When that perfect woman is here, I'm getting me one.
You gonna get electrocuted.
They got them already.
Yeah. You about to use that no more.
Well, hey, if he don't get electrocuted, whenever somebody sabotages the system and the robots have us line up walking, I'm gonna say, I told you ass. When they have us walking in line with guns on us, I'm gonna say, I told you ass.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you, brother. I'm scared of them.
I like what you said though. Like we basically about tapping in and creating. Because that's I've been trying to find my purpose, and I think all of our purpose is to create You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. That's the first thing. If you know, when you look in the Bible, that's the first thing God did. He created, and then He made man in His image. And if He making us in His image, then He expect us to be like Him and do what He did and create. So that's what I'm trying to figure out now, is like how to tap into my creativity. And
he
like
or
you said,
she.
huh?
I said he
Oh,
or she, because the
He or
woman was
she.
most likely, highly
They.
likely here first.
In 2024, we gotta say they.
Well, if you read, if you explore the whole language, Elohim, that's plural anyway. So that means in the beginning, God's plural created the earth and the heavens. So,
and then it said He created man, which was, you know what I'm saying?
Say
Adam
it.
and Eve. Adam and Eve.
Created
man, yeah.
In
his
image, but the Westerners switched it. So imagine woman being first, and then creating man in her image, minus breasts that are functional. But I'll stop there because it's common sense after that.
Yeah, I ain't going all that. I ain't read that one.
You ain't got to read it. Listen to what I said. You just started it with the scripture. In the beginning, God created, and then so-called He created man in His image. But imagine if God is woman and is creating man in her image, and then she creates man without the breast that's functional, and then you have a man, and so forth.
That's not what the Bible says.
Huh?
That's not what the Bible says.
What can you?
The Bible didn't say none of that stuff.
What it said?
They said God created man in His image. They didn't say nothing about woman created man.
I ain't hear nobody, no woman. I'm like, what?
I ain't said that the Bible said that. I said imagine.
Shit, I'll take it even a step deeper, and I've been asking this question all my life. Say we come to the agreement that God said that. In the beginning it was God, right? So where did God come from?
God always existed. That's the thing we don't exist that we can't comprehend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had this question all my life. If God was here and in the beginning there was nothing, and then God said whatever He said, and then everything else started to happen. Something had to put God here. And whatever put God here, how could something put God inside of nothing? And then if we figure that out, there's something that put God here. What put it here? And if you say that He always existed, what was it that always existed?
Hey, that's what makes God God. Though. That's what makes God God.
So Phil, let me ask you something.
Making something out of nothing, huh?
Phil, let me ask you something. Now, you know, if any man, you know, get conscious, you know, with himself, just eat right, no drugs, this, that, and the third, you can't tell me, man, you can't feel a force of power, you know, beaming or coming from you. So why couldn't, you know, God just that force, that power, just existing so you can exist? Because every man, like I said, if you stay conscious, you gonna feel how powerful you is as a man or a woman. You understand? You gonna feel it inside.
Now I'm saying if we just even if we take the name, if we don't use a name, if you just say something that existed, something has to come from something. I understand what you're saying, because most religious people, they always say it was just always God. God just always existed. God is everything, the beginning and the end, and all this and that. But why did God give me the mind state to ponder even deeper and ask, where did God or it come from? Why do I have the ability to reason to come up with the question that I'm asking?
Because He gave us free will.
Okay, so I have the free will to ask what put God here. And then when we get the answers to what put God here, what put that here that put God here, and then what put that here that put that here that put God here, and then
But
it's
see,
just like on and on and on
energy,
forever and ever.
But listen,
they
you got
say
the free will to go
energy.
have sex with a man, but you ain't gonna go do it.
I surely won't because
Okay.
I already have answers to that. I mean, I have
Whoa.
already have answers to that crazy thought to go have sex with a man. It's not going to happen. I don't have to
Whoa.
question that. I
Where
already
you
know
get
that's
your
not going to
answers
happen.
from?
Huh?
Hey,
Where you
God
get them
says,
answers from?
So what?
Where you get them answers from?
I'm getting them answers from. It's coming from
I,
the
I,
stuff that's going on
I,
inside of my brain.
I
The
think God is
chemistry
just
that's
God.
going on inside of my head.
I think God is just that unexplainable energy, that same energy you feel within yourself
Mhm.
of power. So I just think, I mean, evolution had to start from somewhere, so it started with God's energy. I mean, that's all I can say. I know
Yeah,
you
I
saying,
mean,
who put that energy here? I can't explain that one. You understand?
They
by
say
no
energy
means
is
am I doubting that
creating of the story, so it's always been there. Some
I
kind of
feel
way.
it on a regular. I feel it every day. I've been feeling it. So don't y'all get me wrong. I'm not denying it. I'm just asking
Where it come
a
from?
question. Where did it come from?
Hey, one day when we leave here, we'll probably find out. I tell you that.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yep.
That's yeah. I want to say
Cause
it's go ahead.
I definitely believe, in a higher power. I definitely believe, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't feel like, I listen to people, because everybody, we all entitled to our opinion. But nobody can tell me nothing until they leave here and they came back. Ain't nobody brought their ass back that I know yet. If they came back as an energy that I don't see. So I mean, I definitely believe in God, but I feel like, hey, ain't nobody came back to tell us what came when they left. So we'll find
Yeah.
out. You understand?
Well, now there
And
is
I
a
look
story
forward to
of
that day.
of a woman though. I can't. It's I can't remember the woman's name, but yeah, there was a woman though that was she swore up and down that she remembered her past life when she lived in Egypt, and she described it exactly where everything was, and she took them to Egypt. I don't know the exact area. I wish I could pull it up right now, but she took them to this area, described the exact area where everything was at, and she told them to dig. You can look this up, and they dug. It took them a while to believe the story, but once they finally started listening to her, they went and dug exactly where she wanted that, and they dug up exactly what she described.
Hey, I can vouch that's true right there because believe it or not, I can remember some of my past lives. I don't get it in like vivid detailed pictures, but I get bits and pieces of it. I remember my own past lives, a lot of them. And I think well I can't say I think. I know that we all have that ability. There's just too many distractions and disconnections that will not allow the majority of us to tap into that and remember.
And
But I
drugs
definitely
and,
remember.
and drugs and dyes and sugar. I can remember certain things that's kind of scary, like when angels was fighting over me, like coming here. I can vividly remember that. Vividly coming here. That's why I always tell my daughter and my kids, y'all not from here. And it's a war. It's a war going on in places that you can't see. All of us have different spiritual gifts. When people talk about like like the situation right now with LeBron James and P. Diddy. Nobody has to believe me, but I have never been a P. Diddy fan, a LeBron James fan, any of those people that's in the media right now. But I've been a Cat Williams fan, I've been a Monique fan, I've been like a Kanye fan since day one. I can't even explain it. I cannot explain it, but there's not one person listed on that Epstein list or that P. Diddy list that I've been a fan of. Jay-Z, none of them.
I agree.
I can't explain that.
I've been a P. Diddy fan. like
when
the music.
even
Bad Boy.
during a MTV so-called Bad Boy party, I wasn't even a Diddy fan. It was just like doing something for two people that was trying to step their levels up in the industry,
Phil,
and I
Phil,
was promoting
Uh,
love.
Phil, you been a P Diddy fan. That's why I used to sell them oils and all that back then.
Nah, it wasn't on that level.
I know, man.
But
Those
yeah,
are people that you call gatekeepers, man. They all call gatekeepers that keep us down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it just makes sense. I mean, I'm sure P Diddy wasn't the cleanest fella, but boy, I tell you what, boy, they sure flipped his boat and let him know, boy, we got the power over you. That's rough. Now I see why Kanye been acting like that. Man, y'all
Yeah.
get all this stuff back. Let me have my life, man. I ain't care about the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Now
about
see-
all the people that was calling Kanye crazy that don't have discernment.
That man ain't crazy at
They
all.
don't have discernment.
yeah, I've been rocking
And
with
that's sad because
with
that's
Ye.
where we are in the world
for the
today.
longest
People
too.
don't have discernment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they walk around with this crazy mindset, you know. And I like Tupac. You know, Tupac made a lot of music that I like. But you know, that trust no one stuff, I wish Tupac would have never got people on that because he messed up a whole generations of generations with that because he didn't realize how powerful he was, and he didn't get educated up on the higher levels before he died.
He was young. He was
correct
young, 24 something. He was young.
Right, to correct that and mess up a lot of people because they walking around here foolishly talking about trust no one. And they're gonna miss their blessings. They're not gonna ever reach their fullest potential because you can't with that. It's like the God algorithm, just like Elon Musk algorithm. If you don't follow it, then you're not gonna get to Mars and back. The God algorithm. If you don't trust people, then you're not gonna get to your potential because the algorithm cannot be denied. It's just a program that we live in.
Yeah, see, Pac was educated, and like Six was saying, he was young, and they didn't give him time to reach his pinnacle. I think Pac he played that thug life, but dude was educated, and I think if they would have allowed him to stay in the game a little longer, he would have evolved, and he would have started teaching people, and bringing them out of out of them situations. So yeah, that's what I think about Pop.
He would have united a lot of people.
He wasn't no dummy. He was playing that thug life game though.
Yeah, his mama was a Black Panther, remember?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew what was up.
Yeah.
So he was always talking about the
just needed
FBI.
a
I
little more
remember
time.
the police, the FBI, the CIA. He was always talking junk about him. I remember.
Oh, I know. On the politics though, y'all was talking about the Capitol and Trump, right? I feel like any of those people who went to the Capitol and committed a crime, they had their own hate agenda to go to the Capitol because you looking at people who went to the Capitol and specifically bum rush certain people's offices and things like that. That's some type of thing. Trump hadn't went to each one of those individual people and said, "You bum rush her office, you bum rush his office," so forth. So that's their own agenda that they went in with.
Guess what I seen
Where the
though?
office was at too though.
And from what I heard, they were like just opening the doors and showing them where to go, letting them in and telling them to go ahead.
I seen a video, y'all. Check this out. I seen a video where the people was peacefully protesting, and the police instigated the whole riot. They started throwing grenades in the crowd, and they were shooting them with rubber bullets, and that's when they started storming the Capitol.
Yeah, and speaking of
got
that,
told-
I think it was one of those Black Lives Matter incidents where they were I forgot what city it was in, but they were like bringing in stuff for the people to vandalize. They was just bringing them in by truckloads and just dropping them off, leaving it there for them.
Yeah, that was called Antifa. That Antifa was inside the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
Yep.
Antifa.
But y'all got to go watch that video. I'm gonna post it on my page one day. Everybody was peacefully protesting, and they started throwing grenades in the crowd, and they got them all riled up. As soon as Mike Pence was trying to certify the election, that's when they started throwing the grenades in the crowd. And then the people started to say, they was like, hey, why are you doing that to us? We peacefully protesting. And then they shot some man in the face, and a rubber bullet went in his cheek. After they did that, they started rioting.
Yeah, share that. I didn't see that.
Plants are real, boys. Plants are real. They be planting people out there to start those things, man.
Man, that was so bad with the plants. They asked the FBI, the last FBI director. They said, "Was there FBI people out there?" He said there was so many people out there from the FBI that they lost count of how many people was out there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I got all this data, dog. All I do is research all day. But that video that I seen where they threw the grenade in the crowd, that was crazy. I didn't believe it until I saw it. And then there was another policeman that shot a smoke bomb in the crowd and caused them to go towards another way. And it's like they made them go inside the Capitol with the smoke bomb. It's crazy, man. But the January 6th committee, they hid all the information. So whenever what's the guy name over the Republican dude that's over the House now? What's his name? Get his name.
Where? You say he's over the House?
Yeah, he's over the House. The guy that's a Christian, they keep saying he a good guy, but he's not really. You know,
It's not McCain. It ain't McCain, is it? No, it ain't McCain.
You talking about South Carolina? South Carolina?
No. He's over the House in Congress.
Right,
The dude with the glasses. He got glasses on or whatever.
What up, boy? I know he talking. What his name is? Not Graham. Not Lindsey Graham. The other one with the glasses.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he made it where all the documents was released from the January 6th committee, and they went in there and deleted all the information. Yeah, Mike Johnson. There you go. And they deleted all the information except certain parts, and they released that video. They had the video the whole time showing that the Capitol Police instigated the riot. And on top of that, they had the evidence where Donald Trump said that he authorized 10,000 National Guard troops, and Nancy Pelosi and them shot it down. And the fake news was like, oh, Nancy Pelosi can't control that. Come to find out, one of the Capitol Police, his name was Michael Stein or something like that. He said that he told Nancy Pelosi that he wanted to get some National Guard there, and Nancy Pelosi said she didn't want it because of the optics. And she was one of the people that denied the Capitol Police to be there, and the mayor of Washington, D.C. So it's a lot of stuff, man, that they don't put on the news. That's why you got to go research. You got to listen to them committee hearings and stuff. That when they go to hearings and testimonies, they don't show none of that stuff on the news. And it's crazy.
Late at night, like 2:00 in the morning.
They show it late. Yeah. But a lot of times TikTok, if you go on TikTok, they got all that information too. They got a lot of stuff on TikTok, boy, like the whole videos of these conversations that they be having. But the regular news.
I said I don't understand none of that stuff.
I know, but that's why
I don't know what you're talking about.
They'll put it out there for people that do understand it, and the people that don't understand it, they don't even care about it. But the people that do understand it, they know what's really going on. But once I seen it, there was a lot of testimony about everything, even the COVID shots and all that. So much testimony that it just shot down, man, because they didn't want it to get out. And now it look at everybody now, they're getting sick. Now they're suing Pfizer right now because they was putting out information that it was causing infertility in people. And they showed it.
Died.
Huh?
Like thousands of people died from the damn shot.
Yeah. And then there was this guy, he was a young guy, probably 19 years old. He got a heart problem called myocarditis. And he was on TikTok showing everybody, like, look at me, I'm in the hospital. I just took the shot. He had his card and everything. TikTok erased his whole page because he was trying to tell everybody that he was getting sick from the shot. So that shows you right there how bad it is, man. It's crazy. Fake news is out of control. And that's the enemy of the people. I'm telling you, if we get rid of the fake news, everybody will be on one page. I'm trying to tell you.
How about people stop watching the news?
Yeah.
Well, they can't, because you got the news on social media, you got the news on everywhere. Like anywhere you're gonna see news or somebody gonna tell you about
watch it.
You know? somebody gonna come tell you their opinion about it. I mean, that'd be good if people stop watching the news, or either but then we would be uninformed. You gotta be
No, we wouldn't be
informed.
uninformed. We wouldn't be uninformed.
Yeah, because you won't know like when the hurricane coming or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You get a beep, beep, beep on your phone. Bah, bah, bah. National weather alert. Work on
I
everybody.
say back in the day, they damn sure didn't before cell phones. You didn't get no warning.
Yeah.
You didn't
And
get
you
no
remember
warning.
back in the
People need their fix now. They can't.
You don't
stay
need no
off of.
news for no weather. Watch the animals. When the animals
You
start
remember back
changing,
in the day, though.
you already know something. Or you see the birds, you see the
Mhm.
animals, or if you don't see the animals,
Yeah, look up in the sky and feel the atmosphere. That's how we did it back in the day.
if
We
you
knew
see
exactly
leaves
what was
on the
coming.
trees turning upside down, then you know something happening. Our ancestors didn't have all that.
I don't know if
They
you
know
start
how to
seeing
look
trees
at this-
upside down, it's too late for you.
And see the leaves. No, them leaves
But look-
start turning early because the pressure in the air start turning in time enough to give you warning. That's part of the
Yeah,
way
the
that
way- the way-
that's part
the
of
way
the
they
way
be-
that they know
the way they be
how
swaying.
to,
And that sound in the
measure.
air
They
and the
just
way
got
it feels,
machines that's doing the same thing that the trees is and the animals is doing.
Mhm.
Then
But
they
that's just like the
your
news.
social media and your news.
That's just like the news that I'm telling you now. Nobody's talking negative about Kamala Harris at all. And also, they got this guy named James O'Keefe. Y'all ever heard of him from Project Veritas? James O'Keefe. Well, he went behind the scenes to MSNBC. He sent a pretty woman to one of their producers, right? And he said to that lady, he said, MSNBC be brainwashing their viewers and they do it on purpose and they dumbing them down on purpose so Kamala Harris could win. He said that to the lady that was uncovered.
All the social networks do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if they know they're doing it, then that means all the networks is doing that for whoever political opponent they want to win. And it's not no fair news. It's crazy.
But somebody's dumbing down America in general right now. Look at all the people smoking and vaping and all these people on drugs. I mean, I look at the vape situation. It's like a crack epidemic, man. These people can't wait to vape. They put that thing in their mouth as soon as they step out the car. As soon as before they even get out the grocery store,
They've been dumbing down America, man, since the early 1900s. What's that famous saying? What's his name? John D. Rockefeller. You know, he's the one that helped fund the Board of Education.
Right,
You know
right.
One of his famous sayings was, "I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers." That's why your public education teaches you how to be an employee instead of an employer.
Ford, Rockefeller, and there's another one. There's another big multi-billionaire family. Ford, Rockefeller,
Rothschilds, Wahlbergs.
Oh, Rothschilds. Yeah.
You got the Bilderbergs too. The Bilderbergs.
That's why they promote the school system and the 40-hour work week and all that to keep you in the system.
But this is why Trump want to get rid of the school system and start it all over. He said we need to start a whole new school system because they brainwashing kids to do whatever they want them to do.
Right. They don't want to hear that.
And they call them racist for that. They say, "Oh, you racist for that, Trump." No, he trying to get rid of it. Because right now in school, they trying to teach kids that you can be a boy or a girl or whatever you want to, whenever you want to, and you can play. And if you're a boy, you can play. They teaching them all that stuff, bro. And Trump like, yo, man, we got to start the whole school system over because they crazy. And they call them racist for that, but how can you be racist for that? They call them racist because they try to put slavery in there. You know, like the CRT.
Y'all got to remember around election time, every 4 years, that's when the racism talk comes out.
You
don't really hear racism talk, but only every 4 years.
But what I don't get is they didn't say nothing about Joe Biden's racism when he said, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black." I ain't heard nobody complain about it.
Even before that, though, Kenya. Even before that, with Joe Biden, having different racial issues that's proven and on camera and stuff like that, and that's documented, they well protected him with his racism, and then they try to overshadow it with the Cowboys guy, Jimmy Jones or whatever.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones. When his little thing came out, they made sure that the video was out there, but just whatever it took to put the camera off of Biden, the heat off of Biden, then you wasn't really hearing it.
I think this P. Diddy thing is a big distraction. I think they only
Oh,
went
yeah,
after
yeah.
him.
They having
Distraction.
a field day with that as a distraction, man. They look at all the footage that they letting get out, and even if it's just a clip that they're letting get out, why not let the whole video get out? But every other person has a certain clip, you know.
I heard that he about to get off of this because the FBI leaked documents to the media, and they think he about to get off of it.
I've been saying he probably would get 10 years at the most because of the way it's portrayed in the media and the way that the authorities or so-called authorities have went in and treated his family, raided the house. Probably get off in a certain. I'll be surprised if he does like a 25-year sentence or something.
You know, they
What's
only
up
went
with
at.
these people,
They went in his house to get those tapes because he got tapes on everybody. He learned from the best. He got documents on anybody. He can mess up anybody that's in power right now because they all been to his parties. All of them.
That's why you gonna do no time. That right there. That's why you gonna get off.
What y'all think
Y'all
about
boy
those
LeBron though?
about those people
LeBron fan.
that they got resigning?
Never in my life.
I mean, anybody that resigns during a certain situation, that's an admission of guilt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me go ahead and cut my ties right now because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm already in there. Let me go ahead and cut the damages, you know what I'm saying, as much as I can. But they're gonna get to him eventually.
But y'all also remember P. Diddy was trying to start his own black political party too, back in 2021.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he
That
chose
sounded good
Ciroc.
too. Yeah.
He told. I think they went after him because he said, "I'm gonna start my own black political party, and I'm gonna put my money behind it." Soon as they said that, I think all hell broke loose.
But see, that's why you have to keep
What
the
he was saying made a
character.
whole lot of sense too. I saw it like maybe one time, so I can't repeat what he was saying, but what he was saying, I was feeling that. It made a lot of sense. And I'm pretty sure it ruffled some tail feathers. They did not want to see that come to life. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, they was like, "Who this Negro think he is? He ain't. We let him get all the way up like this, and he gonna spit in our face." That's how they think.
Yeah, y'all need to go find that video. Find that video and listen to what he was saying. If I can find it,
it's a real good video. But listen, that's why you have to be in check of your character at all times too, and you have to know that money amplifies your character. So if you realize that you have some character flaws, that's got to get put in check before you start to really get money. And P. Diddy was greedy, and as he was being greedy, he didn't put his character flaws in check. Yeah. And because he was so greedy, he ended up becoming a billionaire. I mean, you can do what you want to do. Basically, you're a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? You can fly where you want to fly. You can buy what you want to buy. You know, you get sued for $100 million and it don't even really faze you. I mean, that's some crazy money.
Well, that's
I don't know how guilty he is, but what you said, that makes sense. You got to put your character in check. You can't when you start getting up there, you can't feel like you're invincible, doing all kind of shit like ain't nothing gonna come back on you. Right. If a person can reach that level and keep themselves straight, that's power right there. Ain't really nothing they can do about it.
You gotta remember what it takes to get to that level. You gotta remember what it takes to get to that level. There's things you got to do to get to that level. So once you get to that level,
that's why Kanye got to that level and he got brought back down because he don't like that level.
Man, Kanye is a genius. That's a totally different.
I think Kanye the closest.
Diddy, bro.
I think he the closest one to making some grand change.
That's
like you said.
Well, they're different because P. Diddy involved himself with a negative character, like you said. That's the difference. But the thing is, whenever P. Diddy been ready to shine his light and do something with positivity, they knock his ass down and show him who had the power. You understand?
Hey, y'all wanna
he already sold his soul. You can't go back.
They knocked Kanye down, but they couldn't do nothing but take monetary, which was some money, deals.
Right.
Oh, they had to
so
money back.
Kanye is a great example of keeping your character, even though you're gonna say you crazy whenever you voice your opinion too loudly, or like me, my wife will put me in check talking about my tone because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I came up so rough that I've been talked to any type of way by a lot of people. So it's challenging for me to control my tone sometimes. You know, I don't even get it when people say your tone, but even my little brother have said, but it's how you say it to somebody, but it's like how it was said to me.
Right.
Hey,
You know
I got the video here. Hey, y'all want to listen to this video? Listen at this earlier. Listen.
Launching one of the boldest movements that I've ever launched. And
Oh yeah, that's it right there.
okay, it's time for us to have our own Black political party, unapologetically. Because right now, if you look at the debates, we're not even a part of the conversation. Not at all. We're not a part of the conversation. We don't have any political power. We don't have any political leverage. And so we started our Black Party with some young, fearless Black activists, elected officials, and I've stepped up and put the money behind it. Mm-hmm. This is the biggest threat and the only option that we have right now as far as making a change, taking our own self-responsibility and accountability to be educated and empowered with our vote. So what's the goal for our Black Party? Our Black Party's number one goal is to unify behind a Black agenda. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. You could be a part of the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, you could be an independent, but if you're Black, you wasn't born Republican, you wasn't born Democrat, you wasn't born independent, you was born Black. Mm-hmm. And we have to seize our political power because it'll just be more the same, being pushed this way, being pushed that way, and we expecting a different result. Mm-hmm.
That's why they went after him, I believe.
But see, but
You know,
I still don't agree with some of what he says. How he said we don't got power. If we don't got power, then why is it every 4 years, Democratic and Republican always cater themselves to the Black community? That sounds like power to me.
Well, he's saying that we don't got power because we keep voting for the same people and don't make demands. That's why
that's why I'm about to tie into the story. He said we got to get educated.
Yo,
we got to get educated.
That shit Diddy was talking right there will shut all this shit down. It would have have us creating our own entertainment industry. It would have had us with our own football teams, our own basketball teams, the whole works, man. Our own Hollywood, everything.
Yep.
They couldn't sit back and let that happen. That shit he was talking about to flip this thing upside down.
But he was talking though. You gotta go based off of his actions versus his words though. That's just like any other politician. You know what I'm saying? The party he was talking about is showing it was a Diddy party. He talking about Black party. You see what his Black party ended up being. You gotta go based off of action, man. You go about words.
Hey, but even if it was just words without action, listen to them words and see where those words could end up at.
But everybody was at Diddy party.
With those words,
I say everybody was in the Democratic Party. That's exactly where them words gonna land. Straight to some bull. Straight to some bull.
No,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
Why he got where he got.
Political party he was talking about. That's
why you think Diddy got to the point where he had? Why you think Diddy got so comfortable with being able to move the way he moved? Because he was tied in with the people that run everything.
Because Satan got
with Kanye.
Because Satan got over the earth, and he is one of his runners. He promised the fortune and fame. When Satan got dominion, he gonna promise you fortune and fame, and now it's just catching up to him.
Man,
but they went back to Diddy's past. That's the only way they got him. They went back to his past. Now he was trying to change. Usually, when somebody try to change, that's when they come after you. Every time.
Yeah, but he ended up getting on drugs, and that messed him up.
It wasn't no past. He was still having them crazy. He probably had a party 2 weeks ago. Hey, when he's not in the past. The only thing that was in the past was
the hotel
that he put out.
Messed him up.
Yeah, but they going on the church for him.
What we learned in church, even if he had the vision, his actions took him off track from whatever that vision was, and the vision was not able to be successful because he got lost. He got sidetracked with the flesh and everything else that he was enjoying more than what the vision was. And now
that goes back to what we were saying. You got to check the character. You got to take control, and you got to move in integrity. And even though they cut him at the root, that seed is still planted.
Right.
Someone out there took someone took it, internalized it, and it's coming back. They
You in
can't stop
Kenya?
it. Huh?
You in Kenya?
Shit, it might be me in Kenya.
No,
Make it happen.
but what I'm saying is, they let Diddy do whatever he wanted to do. They let him do whatever he wanted to do until he said those words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's a coincidence. You know what I mean?
Oh, no,
Again, those
When
seeds,
you
the
wrote on that
seeds have
certain
been
group,
planted. He
You-
said
you
them
wrote-
words is planted. It's planted.
Mhm.
It's coming back.
You said they let
Remember
Diddy.
now, Malcolm
So-
X was talking just like that. Now he was talking just like P Diddy was talking. And look what happened to him.
Yeah. But I think more of us we're waking up a whole lot better than back then. And I think we're coming close to unity, and we're starting to really see what it is. We're starting to see our powers. I mean, I don't want to make it a black and white. I mean a black thing, but again, we at the bottom, man. And I feel like just what I just said about what Diddy said, he planted the seed. We're waking up, we having these conversations, and we're getting a little bit closer to the glory. And,
Yeah, man.
and the thing about it, when we get there, we're such a righteous people. We're not gonna have any
Animosity.
devilish intent. We're not gonna be trying to hurt, harm anybody, or keep anyone down.
But that's what they think, though. That's what they fear. They fear that if we get up, we're gonna take retaliation on them.
Yeah, they think we're gonna get revenge.
Some do.
Well, when it's time for justice and judgment, you got to get what you got coming. But at the same time, we're not going to sit there and we're not going to try to bring the demise to you when it's not a natural thing. You got to get what you got coming. But after that, we're gonna move on merrily.
I don't even think they're thinking that we're gonna have revenge. I think it's just like if you know what I'm saying, if you up, why want that? Why would you want anybody else to be, you know what I'm saying? Why would you want the next race to be you know what I'm saying, up if it's already at your advantage? They don't want that to change. I mean, if they already win,
when you say they, don't say they though. I'm about to plug Made Moves too. But when you say they, the typical mindset is that we as black people are talking about white people, which will embrace all white people. So we got to change our phraseology some type of way. Because if we're going for so-called, I don't think I wouldn't even be in Myrtle Beach. So we got to learn how to compartmentalize and change the way we speak on that. If there's just certain groups of people who want to maintain control, and we can go back to what we were talking about earlier when we was talking about how the Ford family, the Rockefeller family, and so forth got together. Hey, let's go ahead, build these manufacturing facilities. Oh, but how are we going to get people to work 40 hours a week? Okay, we're going to put them in school for 40 hours a week. Then after 12 years, they're programmed, they're accustomed and used to sitting in a certain place doing a certain thing for 40 hours a week. Now we ship them off to the Chevrolet plant and the Ford plant so they can make these cars. You know what I'm saying? And all that type of mental programming, we got to understand that it's not everybody that's trying to do people like that.
Yeah, so with that said, at this point, it's not it's not a black or white or color thing. It's more of a spiritual thing, a good versus evil thing. That's the best way to sum it up, because I mean, not every white person is evil, not every black person is evil, not every black person is good, and not every white person is good.
Right. Some of y'all niggas
Well, the conversation of race came in when we brought up the whole Diddy talking about setting up this black political party. That's where the whole race thing came. It wasn't so when we started talking about they and that's where all that came from. That wasn't the, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't the primary focus beforehand.
Yeah, but you gotta make that. It's necessary to make that clear. You gotta make it known, because people are quick to cry racism or something negative when it comes down to saying white and black and this and that. But now
when you talk about spiritual, man, did you know what Joe Biden and them did to Africa? They sanctioned Africa because they wouldn't accept same-sex marriage. They kicked them out of the trade agreements and everything.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah. Yeah, they've
Yep.
been fighting hard to get Africa to accept that, boy. And they was
Yep.
like, nah,
And
Africa's
now-
like, nah.
Now
That
Africa
whole
kicked that.
administration is doing some demonic stuff, man. My bad, King.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's demonic because they try to do it to Jamaica, they try to do it to the Bahamas, and they said we're not doing it. So they kicked most of them out of the trade agreement.
It almost sounds like there's a conversation going on in the background with somebody.
No, it's an echo.
Yeah.
Nah, that might be my
Everybody turn the
background.
volume down a little bit, then maybe.
Yeah, it's an echo. But also, Biden and my administration, if they didn't want to accept men going to women's bathrooms, they sanctioned schools in America too. They said we're gonna defund y'all if y'all don't allow the men to go to the women's bathrooms and play in women's sports. He tried to do that too in America.
Why would somebody even? Why would you want that? I mean, I can't even understand. How could you even come to a point of wanting that, thinking like
I
that
don't know.
should be okay?
And that's what I was talking about protecting our children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what surgical whatever then got. Ain't no way I would want. You know what I'm saying? A man going in the bathroom with my little sister or my nieces or whatever.
Wife, you know, yeah.
My wife, whoever.
Y'all
So
boys Obama. Y'all boy
Yeah,
Obama.
that just don't make any sense to me. I can't
Obama.
understand the reason behind that.
Yeah. Yep. And also they doing something else too. They trying to give free sex changes. Kamala Harris says she want to give free sex changes to illegal aliens and people in prison.
Free sex.
Hey, free.
Definitely.
So you know they pushing that. If they giving it away for free, they want that to happen, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's not on the news. You got to read up on it because they'll never tell you how bad of a policy that they're pushing because everybody will say, nah, we're not voting for that. Instead, they'll write it in the papers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of like them saying like America is pretty much Babylon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Baphomet.
Yeah. Huh?
Baphomet. That's who they worship. Baphomet. That guy.
Yeah, I was talking to Tory Grace. Y'all know Tory. And he was talking. We was talking about that. How America's basically, you know how people say America's Babylon, but basically, what we was kind of looking into, and you know how they say like basically America is Egypt because they just changed the name to America. It was taken over and changed the name or whatever. But if you look up the tree that Noah built his ark with, that the wood from that tree that gopher wood. That gopher wood. That tree is only located in Florida and Georgia. That's the only place in the world that tree is located. So, basically, what I'm saying is how history repeats itself, and basically this agenda that they trying to push with, this same sex, men going in little girls' bathroom, and that's the stuff that was going on back in that time in Babylon, why it was wiped out.
Yeah, there was this guy, man. There was this girl. She was in the bathroom, and one of the guys came in wearing a skirt. And don't you know the guy raped the girl, right? So instead of the school talking about it to the news, they sent the guy to another school, and he raped another girl in the bathroom. So the daddy went to the school. That happened in Virginia, and they sent him to another school. It happened again. So the daddy went to the school to complain about it, and they arrested the daddy. That's how bad it's getting right now.
Yeah.
They arrested the daddy for complaining that his daughter got raped. Hey, either somebody background got something playing, or somebody on YouTube don't like what we talking about, and they trying to interrupt our conversation.
No,
I think when Kenya muted his, I think it went away.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be my phone. I got a Note 9, so it might be a little old.
Yeah, it's probably something coming through there.
But all this stuff I'm talking about is not on the news. They would not play this because nobody will vote for Democrats if they knew what he was doing, man. I'm telling you, like, they're giving migrants like so much money. Like, like I know this guy. He told me that somebody gave him a free apartment for 6 months, and he's a Venezuelan or somewhere down there in Mexico. He said he don't pay no light bill, no water bill, nothing, and they give him food stamps and everything. But he's not a citizen yet. But he's saying that he's working right now. So maybe they're bringing in the migrants to replace people that work for lower wages. I don't know. That's what I think they're trying to do.
Think about what people was talking junk about Trump when Trump said something about black jobs. And you know, I get it because I have a problem phrasing things, you know, the right way or whatever. So somebody might not necessarily understand it. And I think when he said something about black jobs, he was just trying to basically say, look, there are a lot of black people that have these jobs that illegals are coming over eliminating. So that's another thing as far as like black people not voting for Democrats. That's another reason, because who's allowing, and I'm not against Hispanics coming into the country. I'm not against anybody coming into this country, but who's allowing all these illegals to come in here? Right now, we're under the Democratic reign, and they're flooding in here. And you can't tell me that all of them are legal, because if so, why aren't the Jamaicans? Why aren't the black people? Why aren't the Nigerians able to stay over here? Because see, I deal with all these people. I just had a conversation with a Nigerian that I was dealing with on the phone. We talked for like an hour Saturday. You know, he's back over in Nigeria. Why can't him and his people come over here and stay and get discount housing and get discount food? So it's something going on, and there's a lot of truth to it when they say, oh, the Hispanics are coming over here getting free food and free housing, because they're the ones who are taking over. Like literally, if you go down Cedar Street, I didn't even know today that they had took over the Cedar Street apartments. Like I drove through and I'm like, what? They everywhere. And then
the president have control over that,
now,
right?
It's still some Jamaicans over there, but like it's Hispanics at like every other door.
Right? Have y'all been to Miami?
Oh yeah,
Bro, Miami's so bad, bro. It's like nobody hardly speaks English.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, a lot of culture in Miami.
Yeah, there's a lot of culture in there, but man, a lot of them is illegal though. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot easier to get when your places are around like the water like that, you know.
A lot of them is illegal. Matter of fact, I even work with a few, you know, right now.
But what do y'all think gonna happen when Joe Biden signs his executive order to give all these people citizenship? They're gonna take jobs, right? A lot of people are gonna be out of work because they'd rather hire a migrant because they work a little bit harder and they work cheaper.
That order's got to be passed. You know, Congress has got to pass.
They're gonna push certain people further down to the bottom.
Camilla gonna make sure this get passed.
It's gonna be hard. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand how presidencies work. Just because they put in a executive order doesn't mean it's automatic. It still has to go through a process.
Lately, all the executive orders been sticking. Lately,
bro, that stuff gonna be swift and quick. The numbers are already here. If we didn't have the numbers here, then you can say, that's probably gonna take a while. But why would you let millions in if you're not gonna do something pretty quickly?
That was their plan all along. But whenever
eventually those people who storm the White House are gonna be like, hey, look, we about to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna do it like soon as Joe Biden about to get out of office. If he lose, I mean, if Trump win or whatever, they're gonna push that executive order through at the last minute. Citizenship for everybody, and then after that, there's no more jobs for people because they'd rather pay somebody to work for $10 an hour or $9 an hour than $20 an hour, and they don't get that part. When Trump was saying black jobs, he was saying most black people work lower wage jobs. So when they trying to ask for a raise, all they're gonna do is fire them people and hire somebody that's gonna work for less. That's just how it is.
Well, I'm trying to get out of a job. I'm trying to get out of a job anyway, man. There's information out there, whether you know it or not. You know, we're not supposed to be working.
Man, I ain't been working.
If they do that,
Johnny,
they
you about
pass
to
that
cash your
executive
birth
order.
certificate in?
Whatever.
Johnny, you about to cash your birth certificate in?
Nah, I ain't dealing with that secure party creditor process, man. I ain't dealing with that, man. I'm understanding with the how business work, how this continent works, man. Through finances. There's a lot of information that's there publicly that you can go Google for free, and it backs up everything that I was talking about when it goes to the credit score, when it comes to credit, period. You got to understand who is the money, what is money. We are the money, whether you know it or not.
That's why I say, oh, you gonna cash in your birth certificate?
No, I ain't even talking about the birth certificate. We just throw the birth certificate out the window. We're not even talking about a birth certificate. We just talking about us as the living man and the living woman. We give value to everything because you couldn't use Federal Reserve notes if we didn't accept it. People give it. We give it value. We give everything on this continent the value. Without the people, there's nothing.
Yep.
Bro, all you need is a couple of car washes and a couple of laundromats, and you scrape. That's all you need.
It depends on how you're trying to live. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on how you're trying to live. But you know, we can live abundantly even without that car wash. You got to understand how this business works. You got to understand. I'm talking about, and it's all the crazy thing about it. It's all the same. You got to understand that everything derives through commercial paper, securities, negotiable instruments. Everything it's not de jure. Everything is a color of law. It's a play. We're playing Monopoly. Once you understand that you're playing real life Monopoly and understand the rules of the game, read the instructions, because every game comes with instructions, but none of us read the instructions. Once we read the instructions of what's really going on, we'll start to understand these elections more better. We'll start to understand what's really going on at these meetings with the councilmen. You know what I'm saying? We'll start understanding. We might not understand every word that they say because their vocabulary might be more extensive than the general public, but we'll have a general understanding of these conversations that they be having. You know what I'm saying? They can have these conversations, these late night meetings instead of being broadcast at 2-3 in the morning. They can have it at 7:30 p.m. where everybody can catch it, but the majority ain't gonna understand nothing. Is going, oh, what did he say? What is he talking about?
They don't want to know. So that's why they throw out distractions to people, so that way they don't even got time to know about it.
I don't even think they need distractions anymore. Cause like they say, the best way to hide any information is to put it in the book, and ain't nobody reading the book today. The only thing we read are text messages. We read the text messages. That's it.
Yep. Put it in the
But
book.
the information is out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we don't understand the politics, aka politricks. That's why we don't be understanding what's going on. Especially for the ones that read it. Some people sit here all day long and sit and watch and follow the election. They didn't watch CNN, MSNBC. They didn't watch all the social networks and understand and heard everything from both sides, both parties of what they're saying, and still don't understand nothing about this election.
Well, the election is about. It's really about who's going to get the funding. That's why once you understand that, then you'll understand elections, because they fighting over the funding.
It's all about funding. That's why they always talking about a plan. Their plan is always dealing around funding. It's all about money. Yeah.
But right now, all of America's tax money is going to Ukraine, Israel, Lebanon, and migrants right now. That's where all the money going right now. Yep.
Yeah. But the crazy thing
people over there with that hurricane, they what you say, $750. And if you say that, they'll tell you lying. They'll be like, it's not only $750, but if you go watch Kamala Harris, she said it out of her own mouth, $750. So I'm like, dang, that's all you're gonna give them people? And it's not even they giving it to them, they gotta apply for it. It's actually a loan.
Yeah,
and they saying some people are being denied from getting the $750. Crazy. But if that was migrants over there that happened to, they would have been straight already. They would have been done. They would have been already paid. They would have already had whatever they needed.
So what that should tell you? They don't care that
They don't care about
administration that's running don't care nothing about the American people. So you
Nope.
mean to tell
No
me
matter
we
what
gonna
comes.
bring in the vice president of that same administration?
Shoot,
To
Kamala
follow
Harris already said. Remember they asked Kamala Harris, they said, what would you do differently than Joe Biden did during the presidency? She said, I wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. I would change anything.
She said,
I mean,
hey, if anybody was spiritual minded or had some type of discernment, they would know that this lady just came out of nowhere to trick black people to Democrat. They would know that if they had spiritual discernment. They would know that.
What's old buddy, the funny guy at the Al Smith dinner, he even said it. He said, boy, they want Trump out of this so bad they committed a coup.
Yeah, Kamala Harris, she wasn't really voted in. They just put her there and
Just put her
said,
there.
you have to vote for her. And don't you know, this wasn't on the news either. Black Lives Matter even protested that. They wanted Joe Biden. They didn't want Kamala Harris.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Shouldn't
protested.
even-
Look, the powers that be, they planned it out real well because they already knew he was declining. But what they do, they left him in office and pushed it so far that he made an embarrassment of himself to where people had to say something. And then it was easy for them to say, oh, well, she's next in line. Because what? She's next in line. That's the way it works.
Man, Biden did more than embarrassing himself. He embarrassed the whole country.
Yeah,
America
you know, also
Go ahead.
that money that was for Joe Biden, they were supposed to not let Kamala Harris get that money. So that's a finance campaign law right there. Because that money was supposed to go to Joe Biden only, but now they're saying that Kamala Harris can take it without starting over. That's a false. Technically, they broke the law on that too. Yep. They're not supposed to be able to get that money. They're supposed to start a whole campaign over.
Laws is always being broken, man. That's why I say the government is de facto. In other words, it's not legit. Everything they're doing is a facade.
Well, it seems like the only one that's breaking the law and getting punished, you know, the Democrats are the ones breaking the law. The Republicans, if they almost break the law, they get punished. Democrats break the law and they cover for each other. I noticed that they never indict themselves unless they go against the Republican Party. I mean the Democrat Party. I noticed that. Because you see how they did Mayor Adams, right? Mayor Adams was up there in New York. He's a Democrat. He was good with the Democrats. Soon as he said, we need to close the border. We don't need all these migrants coming here. Now he indicted. Now he got an indictment, right? So it's like they're using the power of lawfare to go after their political opponents or anybody that go against the Democrats. And I can see it. Because why would Mayor Adams get indicted when they sent all the migrants to him? He's doing the best he can do, you know what I'm saying? But now they're saying he corrupt. Oh, he's corrupt, really? What did he do? Talk about Joe Biden's policies? Okay, I can see why he indicted now. And they trying to indict my man in Chicago too. He started talking about they destroying Chicago. So when he just started talking about that, they started saying they investigate him. But he backed off. Now he just let them do whatever. So they dropped the charges on him now. Yep, all of this is in the news. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think? Y'all see how they using this lawfare and they sticking together to get what they want?
Oh yeah, man. You got to create an agenda. You got to create the distraction to get your agenda across. You know what I'm saying? You got to show them the left hand while you're over here making the move with the right hand. It's always been like that. It's been like that since day one.
And you notice when you try to tell somebody something about it, the first thing they say is, "Oh, you a Trump supporter." I'm like, man, I ain't even talking about Trump. I'm trying to tell you what's going on. Oh, you a Trump supporter. You a KKK lover. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to just tell you what's happening.
But
then they run off. They'll shut the door and slam the door and get in their car and spin off the tire just because you try to tell them something that was true.
But it's crazy that you brought up the KKK. Do you not know that's who formed the Democratic Party in the first place?
Yeah, and they'll say the Democrats. They'll say that the Republicans is the party of the KKK, right? But in 2016, the KKK endorsed Hillary Clinton too, but they ain't say nothing about it. Crazy stuff, man.
It is the Democratic Party. Basically, it's that's where the Democratic Party came from. It was the KKK.
Yep, the KKK. And for some reason, they think the KKK is the biggest threat. They don't even be doing that to nobody no more. When the last time you seen the KKK?
I know some family members.
It's the ones that run BlackRock and all your TV networks, the ones that's freezing up people's accounts, and when you go to talking crazy, and they go to calling you anti-Semitic. Them folks.
Yep.
They rally right here, ain't all the time over the bridge.
No, but I'm saying, what did they do to somebody? What did they do?
Oh no, they just rally right there.
That's what I'm
saying. Waving their flags. But a lot of them is Republicans too, though. Because I used to work with some.
But what I'm saying is they might be KKK, but what did they do to hurt somebody? They ain't even hurting people. They ain't hanging people no more. But they say that's the biggest threat. You know what I'm saying? The KKK is the biggest threat. The biggest threat is the government and how they trying to start World War III. That's the biggest threat. Because Putin and Iran just tested a nuclear weapon. Nobody talking about that. They tested a nuclear weapon.
Trump said he wanted to stop that. He said he wanted to go ahead and shut all their nuclear operations down.
Hey, what happened to the NFWAC or something like that?
NAACP?
No, NFWAC.
Oh, NAFTA?
Nah, like not effing around coalition or whatever. You know them black dudes, they don't exist no more. But this was like 2 years ago, I think. I think it was after like George Floyd died or something. Boys, they had like or something. It was a bunch of black dudes. They it's kind of like a more aggressive Black Panther Party. You know?
I remember. Yeah, there was the black guy was the head, and they went and they arrested him and said he pointed a gun at somebody. So they broke that up as soon as it started.
They had a little movement for a while though. It was like they had like, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of boys lined up teaching them, military structure.
Look, any type of movement like that, the CIA gonna shut that down right away. As soon as it starts, they're gonna shut down.
But what's different than that KKK though? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, how is that any different than the KKK? You know what I'm saying? These boys, they just rallying, these marching, they just.
It was black. Yeah. That's why.
19 Keys kind of on. He kind of on that kind of stuff too, on that level a little bit. Y'all heard of 19 Keys?
Yeah. I be watching him. Yeah. He pretty cool, dude.
But you remember now when the Black Panthers back in the day, when they had their guns too. Remember they changed the gun law where they couldn't have the guns and stuff. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're always gonna do that. They're gonna use that lawfare against you, boy. If they think you're a threat. They're gonna use that lawfare because they was walking around with their guns inside the Capitol buildings, and they was like, "Hey, we got our guns. Y'all can't do that because it's illegal." The next couple of months, they changed the law where they couldn't do it. Yep.
Well, I bet you there was a way around. One thing I do know about law, you can't change law. You can make amendments, but you can't change law. You can't change it. You can make amendments. You know what I'm saying? Add, but you can't subtract.
Well, that's basically what if they add to it, that's kind of changing it.
No, because you know what? Those are loopholes. You know what I'm saying? But see, you know what I'm saying? Anytime they change something, there's always a remedy. You can't change. You can't add an amendment to the law without adding a remedy as well. If there's an in, there's always got to be an out.
True.
So that's another thing. Like people, we don't want like our kind. We don't really understand the laws. You know what I'm saying? We man, I ain't trying to go in no courthouse. I ain't trying to deal with them folk. You know, I ain't trying to deal with the police. I ain't trying to deal with them. I ain't even want to say that online, but yeah, we don't want to deal with them people. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? But instead, we should be getting face to face with these people, you know what I'm saying? Getting a better understanding. That way we could avoid a lot of police brutality and a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying, our kind get a lot, you know what I'm saying? That's all that comes from is being uninformed. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So we don't know. We got more of the street mentality than anything.
Mhm.
Then we get that just naturally. It's just we come out the womb, like, you know what I'm saying? We ready. We on the block soon as we come out the womb. I'm repping my hood. Like, nah.
Hey, my daddy didn't let me do none of that. He pulled my ass right back in the house.
But I bet you still rep your county though. I'm from such and such. I'm from such and such county or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's still another form. Even though we might not literally say the hood, but you know, like me, I'm from Robinson County. I'm quick to say that I'm from Robinson County. That's still a territory.
Yeah. But I still go back to what I said, man. If it wasn't for the fake news media, Donald Trump would be winning like in every poll. Like he would be winning. Like
he
wouldn't
is.
even have to do. You know, I'm just saying though, he wouldn't even have to compare.
I think
Like
he's not.
told the real news, you know?
I think he's leading except in Pennsylvania, bro.
Yeah, last I checked, he was ahead in a good bit of places.
Yeah, he went in everything. I think except for Pennsylvania. And then I think he was only down like 1 point with Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but yeah. No, he winning, bro.
Yeah, because the way I see it, like for when when Trump first got in office, I was talking shit like, what the hell, like what is dude in office? And when I met my wife,
it was serious when I first saw it too. I thought he.
Yeah, when I met my wife, she told me, she said, babe, Donald Trump ain't racist. I said, what do you mean he is racist? She was like, look at him. I said, look, she said she showed me like pictures of him with Michael Jackson and all that. I was like, well, what the hell is that then? And I started doing more research. That's when I found out about the fake news. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, let me research some more. So you remember the laptop where Rudy Giuliani and them gave to the FBI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Okay. CNN was like, hey man, Trump's lying about this laptop. And then it went to all the news networks. Oh, that's not, they say the laptop is Russian disinformation. So 5 years later, they say, oh, well, I guess the laptop was real. So it's like fake news, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, they said that Trump was a Russian spy. Remember that? They kept saying that.
Yeah, man. And all that can't. This dude just had a good relationship with Putin.
Yeah, you know, and it's like there was just so much misinformation until I bought into it at first. But I was like, wait a minute, Trump wasn't no Russian spy before he became president. And then I started looking at it. I found out Trump lent his jet to Nelson Mandela. I didn't even know that. Yeah, when Nelson Mandela got out of jail, he gave him his jet and let him do whatever he wanted to with his jet.
Bro, this dude, bro, man, people don't understand. Like, Trump used to give most of the rappers loans.
Yeah,
say that.
He was giving these dudes loans and all kind of stuff, man. Now people don't be understand. They like I was saying earlier. If you don't understand your past, you don't know where you're going. In other words, you don't know your future. Like people don't understand, man. Before Trump even thought about politics, bro, this dude was on the corner, basically. You know what I'm saying? This dude was with the gangsters and everything, bro, giving out loans.
Did you hear what's his name? Judge Joe Brown. He'll tell the whole beans, bro. He tell everything. He like, hey man, I remember Trump. He used to walk through the hood with a fine sister. Yo.
Boy, ever since Joe Brown got up off of that TV show, boy, he been going off, boy. He been telling on everybody.
He said, I was with Kamala Harris' daddy, and he told me he ain't had no black in him.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Hey, and think about it too. You know, Joe Brown came out and told how they wanted him to promote the gay agenda, and he had to stand on something off anything, so he had to do something.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was happening to what's the other star name? He said, I refuse to wear a dress.
Oh,
what's that guy name? The some rapper. And they said, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was him, the comedian. Yeah.
Ooh.
And he was like, they tried to make me do it. And he said he fell off for a while, but he said he found a way to succeed without doing all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, by just telling the truth. That's all he had to do. Yep. But there's a lot of stuff out there, man, that people just do they research
Yeah.
they'll be voting for Trump every time because, like, he ain't a perfect guy. He's far from perfect, but he ain't trying to tell the kids that they're a boy or a girl or trying to make the people play. Like, there's women that's playing sports right now and they getting hurt by these transgenders, man. And he ain't telling people to go get a surgery. He even put prayer back in college where they can pray in school again and all of that. So somebody, the other side is against all of that. So one side is evil and one side is good. That's the only way I can see right now. Right now, the Republicans got more high ground.
Those transgenders in the women's sports, they should just start their own league.
Right.
Yeah, but then
trans league or something.
That's what I was thinking too.
Bro,
You know what
the
they're gonna
whole
say though?
athletic community wants to be a part of something that's already existing. They don't want to create their own lane because they're gonna feel that's not inclusive or
They're gonna say that's discrimination.
Yeah, discrimination. If you're different, you desire to. You're supposed to be in something different. You know what I'm saying? Just like male and female are different, and guess what? They have a male category and a female category. If you don't want to be a part of either one of those categories, put yourself in that middle category. Then there needs to be a whole lane for you. Not just saying, "Oh, forget you," but at the same time, if the shoe fits, wear it. You know
True, there was a lot of people that was doing that. They with the ones that had the sex changes, they suing the hospitals now, saying that the hospital didn't tell them what was really wrong with them. So a lot of the people that did the whole sex change, now they suing the hospital for that. They saying y'all didn't try to help us, y'all just went straight to the sex change. So
that's why they should be passing nothing for them right there. Because as soon as you give them any type of freedom, as soon as they act on it, then they want to say, "Well, you let me do it." Well, come on, man. Like, come on! I thought we was grown. I thought we was over the age of 21. We was up age and all this. You wanted to choose that. Oh, then you push for a whole gate. You got a whole month. You got Pride Month. You got all this other stuff going on. Can't even speak about you know what I'm saying? We can't even say certain things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that I grew up on, or certain words I grew up on. If I say that right now, this whole podcast will get shut. It will get shut down.
Yeah, you know that show you right there who in power. That show you who in power right there.
You can't give a person an inch because they're gonna want a mile.
Shoot, right now they got people right now saying that pedophiles should be added to the LGBTQ. It should be a P in there. That's what they're saying now.
I heard that too.
I mean, they all weird anyway. So yeah, add them to the whole YMCA community. Go ahead and put them all up in there. Because all
and
of you,
when somebody try to hurt one of those people.
Yeah, they all got a mental dysfunction going on, bro. Because if you go look at the what's it called, the psychological breakdown of every single one of them, they've been touched at an early age, or you know what I'm saying, I'm telling you, they're not normal. Not to say, like I said, not look at them differently as humans. They're still humans. But they've been through different situations. That ain't something that no one is born into and say, "Hey, I just want to go to the other side."
Yeah,
that is taught. That is taught or trauma. One of the two.
But seem like ever since Obama, man, all the Democrats talk about is that, and that's all they talk about. And if you speak out against it, they'll tell you, "Oh, you must be a down low dude. You must be one of them, but you don't want to come out of claim."
Well, he down low. He down low. He the first. You know what I'm saying? He the first president. He the first black president.
You remember Larry Sinclair, right?
Huh?
Remember Larry Sinclair that came out and said him on Obama?
Bro,
you talking about that white dude?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
he was sounding pretty convincing.
Yeah, and Obama didn't
sound a little crazy too, but he was still sounding convincing.
Oh yeah, that dude was crazy. He was a crackhead in a felon, but you know them dudes can't wait to tell. But that ain't even the only thing, man. I'm just saying the Democrats right now, they used to probably be good, but now everything about them is evil and antichrist right now. All of it. And I don't get how anybody can vote Democrat. I mean, it's their own choice what they want to vote for, but I don't see how anybody can vote for that. And they got kids in school. Doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I know South Carolina ain't playing that. they're not going with none of that stuff that they're trying to teach, like in New York or Georgia. Like they say, man, we ain't got none of that going on over here. South Carolina, boy, the Bible Belt. What you call them, the Bible Belt?
Anybody like you said, anybody voting for the Democratic Party, but they are not paying attention. They're set in their ways. They got they got the tunnel vision on. They just got their own opinion on exactly that, and you can't change it. Some people, you know what I'm saying, when they're stuck in their ways, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't even put an age limit on it. They just, that's what it is.
Yeah, because they use that racism. They use that racism. They be like, "You're racist." Like once a normal black person hear that, a normal African American hear that, they don't want to hear nothing else from that. Oh, you racist? Oh, I ain't hearing nothing else. But they let Joe Biden get away with murder. It's crazy. Crazy stuff, man. Yeah, man. I like this live today, man. Like, hopefully people was listening to us and see what was going on. Cause I got so much stuff, man, that people never even heard of, man. And when I tell them, it's like it shocks them so much until they don't even. It's like it warps their reality, like it breaks their mind if I tell them. And then once I show them the evidence, they still want to sell it. They'll be like, "That's AI."
You and I both go through the same thing, bro. We both go through the same thing. I be trying to show people information, and I've even had, well, you gonna get locked up. Well, you keep playing with the IRS all you want to. Yeah, okay, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing things a certain way for a couple of years, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? My life's still working. I still claim my credits. I still do paperwork with the IRS. I still do, you know what I'm saying? I still live my life a certain way and ain't had no issues. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing to brag about. It's just that I read. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to tell other people, man, you got to read. But I hated my whole entire life going through all the way from school, college, all of that. But I hated reading. Man, once I started really figuring out what's going on and started reading this stuff, it actually became funny. It's like it's comical. You know what I'm saying? I've been reading certain things. It's comical now. I'm like, man, what is in my face all this time, my whole entire life, but and they keep talking about this is democracy, but when you say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands, it tells you right there in the Pledge of Allegiance, but this is a republic. But we keep hollering this is democracy and all this other stuff. I'm like, man, it's like, bro, all the information it's right there in our face.
And then people go against Korea and they say it's the Republic of Korea. But they don't put it together, bro. But and we stay in Korea. We stay in Korea. I spent a year in Korea.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's like it's the brainwashing. It's serious. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say it goes back to the fake news, man. The fake news is the enemy of the people. It's the enemy. Yep. It's like they all on one accord to trick people. It's they on one accord and they keep that same story 24/7. Like the next year, so even after it's proven wrong, they still say it. And I'm like, and people see it on the news, they're gonna keep saying it too, I guess.
If you come up in church, you know, you've heard faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word. Now, some people say the word of God, so people don't realize that it's anybody's word. It's not just a word of God, so to speak. It's anybody's word. Anybody can continue to, any group of people can continue to tell you a lie, and eventually you think, oh, maybe that must be true. Oh, yeah, that must be true.
Yep. Somebody tell me something, now I go research it right away.
They'll tell you a Ford. They'll tell you a Ford is a better vehicle than a Chevy, but how better is it whenever it takes longer and more expensive to fix the Ford than it is to fix the Chevy? So once you need a repair, what's actually better? The $200 repair on the Chevy or the $1,000 repair on the Ford, but you're replacing the same part.
Yep.
Y'all hold on,
Crazy
I'll be
stuff,
right back.
All right. Yeah, man. I hope everybody was listening today because there was a lot of stuff talked about, but only God can change people's minds. Well,
True.
technically,
I wouldn't even say that. Some people so set in their ways, God could change their mind.
Yeah, so yeah, technically you can't change their mind either. But
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Nah, man. There's a
Yeah,
lot
so
of hope.
how many people this week told you they vote for Kamala Harris?
Nobody. Oh, wait. I got
That's what
one
I'm
that
saying.
just happened tonight. My man Six said he go. My man Six said he go rock with Camilla.
Say he
So
want
he's
to
the
see
first one.
revolutionary change in his life. His story. His story.
So he the first. He about the first one. Other than that, nah, bro. It's like, as a matter of fact, that was one of my main topics I was gonna bring up. Everything that I've come across and seen, there is not one brother voting for this chick. I mean, well, there is one, but you know, I thought there was not one brother vote for this chick. You know what I'm saying? It was just only gonna be the sisters.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what got rid of her, I think what got her lost was when the man was like, Jesus is Lord. And she was like, you at the wrong rally. I think that's what messed it up for her right there. That was the finishing nail right there. You at the wrong rally. Not a news media saying that's not what she did. Yeah, I seen the video. That's what happened.
Man, they try and flip her words so much, man. It's like that's why she losing so bad. They didn't call her in so many lies and going back. What 1 minute she was for fracking, now she's not for fracking, now she's back for it.
Biden was the same way. Biden was the same way with fracking. Biden was the same way with fracking. He was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna ban fracking." Then he said, "I'm gonna ban fracking." And then as soon as gas started going up, then he was like, "You know what? We can do fracking again." But they'll tell you Trump got gas prices up high. That's what they'll tell you. Trump did it.
but last time I checked, when Trump was right before Trump went out of office, wasn't gas like 182, $2?
In January, it was before COVID. It was below $2.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't never say it was low because of COVID, but it was low before COVID.
Exactly. So when the last time you seen gas prices under $3?
When Trump was in office, really? It's $3. It's under $3 now. But they only lowered it
over here.
Yeah, but it's always going to pretty much lower during election time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They lowered it because of elections. Like Joe Biden released oil from the National Strategic Reserve, and he lowered the price by a couple cents, basically. So they did that just because of the election.
All right. Yeah, they're just trying to appease people for the election, man.
But people ain't falling for that because I know every election gas goes down every time. I already know.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Gas goes down, racism goes up. Like certain categories, you know what I'm saying? Them things that they bring it to the forefront because that's what they do every 4 years. It's like, man, when is we gonna not wake up and see it's the same bullshit, just with a different puppet?
Well, I think a lot of people woke up, man. I think a lot of people woke up.
This year, this year for sure. That's why I was like, man, I don't even see how the race is even as close as it is. I don't even think them numbers are real. But right now, Trump is barely leading, but he's winning.
You know they found ballots inside the storm drain already, right?
Nah.
So what?
Yeah, they've been finding ballots inside storm drains, and they say they blamed it on the crooks. They say the crooks was going through the neighborhood and going in people's mailbox and taking their mail and then just throwing the ballots in the trash. But they saying it's the crooks. But you know it's the Democrats doing that mess. That's what it is. And they say they some man found them in the gutter and he tried to give them back to the post office and they wouldn't accept them.
Wow. Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's always something going on, man. It's always something. It's always a distraction. It's an agenda. We don't know. Nobody knows what the agenda is. So that's why a lot of people just sound like a bunch of conspiracy theories. Oh, you can't prove
but all conspiracy is true.
Yeah. We're gonna see soon. It's gonna be interesting, but I'm gonna have to get on out of here. It's been nice being on here.
All right, brother.
Yeah,
I'm about to get out of here too. My old lady thought that I was talking to a woman when I was on the live with y'all. As soon as I started talking the first time, my wife called me and wouldn't stop calling until I told her I was on the live. And
So you was on here too long, huh?
No. She called me the first time, like when I first started talking, like 2 hours ago.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
I couldn't get her off the phone. She kept calling and messing it up. And I was like, babe, she was like, well, I'm going to tell you that I'm doing that next time you call me. So I had to get off for a little bit, but I got back on. I had to show her what I was doing because she swore up and down I had a female over here.
Yeah, well, you ain't talking no
Yeah,
politics.
but
Well, you talking no politics. What he said?
Hell yeah.
Told her
But
to
that's
get
what's
on
up,
and
man.
chime
What
in
y'all
in the
doing live
comment.
again? What the comment
Um,
said? Is somebody talking?
Nah, we had I saw like 1 or 2 viewers here and there. They came in, looked around for a while, and then left out. So right now there's no one here. Let's see.
Somebody said,
Oh, yeah, there's
what
someone was. Oh man, we missed that.
somebody said was the 2020 election stolen? Hey, it wasn't stolen in the way that they think it was. What happened, they used COVID, well, you know, the shot, the cough. They used that to change the election law without the signature of the legislators. They just changed it without even making it a law. So that's how they I think they cheated with that election in 2020. They changed the election laws, made ballot boxes, and they made it easier to cheat, basically. I think that's how they. Nobody know how they cheated, but I know they cheated. They cheated some kind of way. They covering their asses really good.
Oh, they good. They've been doing this thing for
Yeah.
years. So yeah, they good at covering that ass now.
Yeah,
good.
but this year the Republicans went to court and they made it harder to cheat this year. In a lot of states. So I don't know. It's probably going to be a more fair election this year.
That's hard to say,
we
man.
gonna see.
No, I thought we just was finding ballots in the gutter.
Yeah. So y'all got don't take my word for it. I want y'all to go look it up for yourselves.
No,
But-
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
But don't use Google. You got to use a different search engine. You got to use something like the one I like to use is called Yandex. YANDEX.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Because you know Google censors your search. Like when you try to search something, they only put what they want you to see first.
That .com or .net?
Yandex.com. It's been working pretty good for me. But you got to research stuff on there too, because there's some fake news on there too. But once you research it and cross-reference it with the stuff you find on Google, then you will see that it's true. That's where I find my evidence when I try to debate somebody or whatever. But Yandex, you can go in there and search for Trump's 3 historic peace deals, and they have it all over that. But if you go on Google and search for Trump peace deals, it's nowhere to be found.
Try Google Scholar.
That's for mostly like medical stuff, though, right?
No. It gives you more detailed information outside of it's basically more detailed search and more creditable because it's more dealing with the laws and that type of deal. You know, with Google, it's just regular Google is just generic. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, if you want to search something, you got to be precise with your keywords. But with Google Scholar, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different.
I'll check that out because I just seen Google said that Trump said that they was censoring his him being shot, right? Shot. And when you go to search for it on Google, you couldn't find it nowhere. And Google said that it was a honest mistake why that was happening.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, all this stuff, most of this stuff. Do y'all ever watch Alex Jones? Because that joke will be real truth too. But they trying to say he conspiracy theorist, but everything he said is truth.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times.
Yeah, he tells the truth most of the time. Once you research it, like he was talking about them, the jabs, and now all of a sudden everything he's saying is true. Like they're not being sued. So everything that man said is true, even with the war. He predicted the war with Russia and Ukraine. He said it's about to happen next week, and it happened just next week.
But see, that's what people don't like. See, today's society don't like the truth, man. That's why they say the truth hurts. The truth hurts. When you tell the truth, man, you'll get called all kind of liars, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever, conspiracy theorists or fake, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't like the truth. And that dude does that exactly. He tells you the truth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was a little funny about with the jabs and stuff, but they try to Kamala tried to point out that one to my how he talking about the Clorox and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that being funny. You know what I'm saying? That, but that's what happens when you don't have no humor. But at the same time, he kind of said it at the wrong time as well. So I'm not gonna give him no pass for that one. He kind of said that shit at the wrong time.
If you go look at the transcripts, he didn't say nothing about Clorox. That was a lie. He said inject disinfectants. That's what he said.
Yeah. But you
he didn't say Clorox.
You said they spent it though. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically what I was trying to say though. They spent the whole thing that he was trying to say. They spent it to fit what make fit their narrative. You know, say, oh no, you need to go get these shots. You need to go get these jabs. You know, no, what? And then now the truth can come out. But all the other countries are suing this company. They keep sweeping that up under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Pfizer and all them other companies, man. That was what? Man, they in lawsuits right now for that stuff. And some of them they already lost.
Yeah. And in Korea, they made it where if somebody was injured from it, they can get paid up to $20,000. Yep. So they already got to pay now.
You don't see
don't hear nothing.
Whatever happened with Fauci, he was like the main face of that, pushing the
with Fauci, he got caught lying about gain of function. Come to find out, he was funding Wuhan money to do gain of function, and somehow the virus got out the lab, and that's what started the pandemic. Yep. So, and they found out that it was 2 people from the lab that went to the hospital, and they was the first 2 people that was complaining of flu-like symptoms that worked at that lab. So that show you right there was a lab leak. Yep. You can go watch that on the Washington Post. They said this like way back then, but every time somebody tried to tie it to the lab, they just keep saying that's a conspiracy theory. It came from a bag. But the first 2 people that were sick came from the lab. They worked at the lab. And the FBI. I'm
about to say Trump just spoke on that like last week. He said that when he was speaking about the tariffs with China, you know what I'm saying? He said nah, y'all the ones that created. That's why he put a tariff. I forgot what he was saying. I don't want to paraphrase.
He said he's gonna make China pay for that lab leak.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't like that. They called them racist for that, remember?
Yeah. they hate the facts, bro. As soon as somebody goes speaking the fact, but they start throwing all these names on you, bro, to try to decredit you. You got no.
You remember he said the China virus. He was like, "That's the China virus," and then, but CNN and all the news media was saying the China virus too. But as soon as Trump said it, they was like, "Oh, it's racist," and then everybody stopped saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm like, dude, can't y'all see what's happening? Oh no, he's racist for that. Then they made a whole law where if somebody talk junk about somebody from China, they can go to jail for a hate crime now. You know what I'm saying? Like right after that. So it's just crazy, yo. But where's our hate crime bill? You know what I'm saying? Where's the black people hate crime bill? That part. China got it within two months of when Kamala Harris and them got in office.
Oh, so you see that new bank they got? You see that new bank they got, the China Bank? They got that new bank out there in New York.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out, man.
Yeah, they got the China Bank over there in New York.
Shoot, I heard that they got their own police station in New York, and the New York police kept coming through and finding them having their own police stations, and they break it up or whatever.
Yeah, man. China is moving in.
Yeah, everybody moving in.
I don't know what we're gonna call this next. It ain't gonna be North America. It's gonna be South China or something like that.
It's just like the Bible said, Babylon. It's gonna be Babylon. Yep. But this show you right here, we in the end times, bro. They can't.
I was
They
about to say interesting
people,
times.
Yeah, people would say the Bible say in the end times they rather believe a lie than the truth, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, the truth,
I
the
mean,
lie
it never
sounds
been
so
this
much better.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better. But they dumb if they keep taking them jabs. I'm telling you, if all this stuff coming out, y'all still taking them jabs, something wrong with y'all in y'all brain.
Man, I'm trying to say, bro, I've met some people, bro, that done took like 5 boosters, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, what is you doing? Have you not seen the information? Like, what is you? If I know you got your phone on you, everybody's on their phone nowadays. What are you searching? What are you?
But you know
at?
that the media is sponsored by Pfizer, so they can't say nothing negative about they sponsor. So they're not telling the people. That's the problem. You got to do your own research. Once you do your own research, then you'll see. You can read the papers, you can read the document dumps, and you will see that, okay, well, they've been knew that this called infertility. They've been knew that this caused miscarriages. Okay, they've been knew that this called myocarditis and pericarditis. They've been knew this. But whenever they gave you the actual vial of the jab shot or whatever, don't you know they left the paper blank? It was a blank paper that was in there. They didn't put nothing on the paper. Crazy stuff, right?
When
it's
they
not a
did
conspiracy.
You say when they did the jab?
The jab shots, you know you can't say the word because you can get censored.
That's why.
They put a piece of paper in there. It's supposed to have the symptoms and stuff that they gave them a blank piece of paper inside of it instead.
Yeah, you know how the disclaimers you get with any medication that you take.
Yeah, they didn't put it in there. Yeah, because they would have had to tell the truth, and if they said something that was false, then they could have got sued for it. So that's why they left it blank.
And they still getting sued anyway.
Anyway. And they made it so hard to get sued. You know, technically, Ronald Reagan made it where you can't sue the pharmaceutical companies. You got to sue the government. Remember, Ronald Reagan did that. Yeah, well, you got to look that up too. But I be in it. All I do is research, and I research history. I research current stuff. All I do is research all day. My wife say, "Man, you a nerd." I say, I want to know everything.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm the same way, bro. Once I got what's really going on, and I got a whole library behind me, man. There's just so much information that's out there, man. I got a 5 terabyte external hard drive, man. I'm telling you, I got hundreds of gigabytes of downloaded PDF files that's starting to come up messing off the internet. It's hard to find now. Like, man, there's so much information out there that they've been telling you. CIA declassified documents. They telling you what's going on.
And the weather modification, they try to lie about that, but I see it every day. They be shooting that stuff up in the sky, and then some days you'll see it ain't nothing up there. Yeah.
No.
I'm like, come on, man. When I was in St. Thomas, I didn't see none of them chemtrails up in there. I ain't see none of that stuff over there when I was over there. Clear skies. That's all I see.
Down here in Florida, bro, they get up like clockwork.
Yep.
Early in the morning.
Yep, you can see them way over there. They be going back and forth in a line. They like cover the whole sky. And I'm like, don't people see this? It's like when you tell them, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theory." I'm like, dude, I see it. I'm looking right at it.
I don't think they got to do is go on YouTube. If they go on YouTube and look it up, bro, those dude that's actually flying the planes that even take you up to it, show you the nozzles, doing like, yeah, bro, this is what they do. They pay me $10,000 per flight and pay for my gas and put these sprayers on. But I'm talking about, bro, they run you through the whole thing, and people say, "Oh man, you're a conspiracy theorist." What do you mean? So these people are lying.
Well, that stuff they be spraying that aluminum. Ain't it like aluminum chloride or something like that?
Yeah, aluminum chloride.
They say that stuff, it's so toxic when it hits the ground, it makes your crops not grow so well. So it's killing the ground too and everything.
Everything, but they want to tell you, "Oh, we're blocking radiation from the sun."
Y'all
blocking radiation because we don't get bothered with that. So who y'all doing this for?
Not melanated people.
yeah. So who y'all doing this for?
Yep. Cause me and my wife can be on the beach. My wife is she's mostly Spanish. When we go to the beach, she got to put on suntan lotion, and I don't. And she say, "Why you don't got to put it on?" I say, "I guess because I got more melanin in my skin than you got. You know, I guess that's the only thing I can figure out."
Are you natural to this planet?
Mm-hmm. I be telling her, I be like, "You from the Portuguese? You from the Spanish side? So you got to put on suntan lotion." I say, "There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, just put on suntan lotion. That's all you got to do." Especially when we went to the DR, boy, that sun was the hottest sun I ever felt. That's boy. My top of my head was peeling on top. I was like, dang.
Well, they temperatures
yeah,
like
brother.
in the hundreds.
Huh?
I say it's up in the hundreds.
It's not even like that. It's like the sun is just beaming like it's got a I used to burn ants. It feel like that. Like the sun is on you like a magnifying glass. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
And you ain't got it's like my shoulders was peeling. I mean, I didn't need no suntan lotion, but my skin was peeling like, and I got dark. Like I got real dark, and I stayed like that for like a month. Like I got darker than what I am now. It's crazy. But yeah, man, hey, it was fun talking to y'all, man.
Yeah.
What's the next topic for the next one?
Shoot, man, we need to chop it up offline, you know what I'm saying, and get something together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll meet up offline and come up with the next thing. And
that's what's up. We need to talk about how the government plan to separate the black man and the black woman using government assistance. That's what we need to talk about.
Oh yeah. You're gonna make a lot of women upset with that topic right there.
You gotta tell them, man, because they wouldn't be acting the way they act if they didn't get that government assistance. They'll hold on to their black man.
You can't tell them it ain't just sorry. Don't get me wrong, there are some sorry men out there, but most women today is gonna blame these sorry niggas. And no, because some of y'all.
But you gotta remember now. You gotta remember now who's raising these men that they're talking junk about.
The women.
There you go. You're raising your own destruction, I guess. I don't know. Exactly. That's why you gotta have a daddy. See, but in my household, if I did something wrong, my mama beat me, and then when my daddy got home, he beat me too. Yeah. So that's what they're missing. If you ain't got the daddy in the house, because see, sooner or later, when a son get about 8 or 9, he ain't scared of his mama no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the mama gonna be like, I ain't gonna hurt you too bad, but the daddy ain't gonna let you know.
And then on top of that, too, when the father was in the household, you know what I'm saying? Just times was different. You know what I'm saying? The economy was different. I mean, don't get me wrong, we always had crime, but it was still more safer on the streets because people just had different sense. You know what I'm saying? Back then, that's when the saying used to go, boy, you fight to live another day. Dudes ain't fighting these days, boy, scared to get them knuckles scratched up.
Yeah, the girls be fighting more than the dudes now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's what up, man. Hey, let me know when we're gonna do it again. How did I do on my first live?
Did great. Shit, I didn't expect us to go almost 3 hours. But
man,
I think
I got so much information
this
here.
good. I
got so much information in the brain. It's crazy, man.